Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and now I'm here with Mr. River Brown, Andrew Velez, and Joel Dehls.
Well, what's up with that?
I just thought that Riv deserved the Mr. today. He's looking very
dapper,
professional, just business casual vibe. Dehls is in a hoodie. Looks like he might be off a certain substance, you know? But
are you implying that Riv's the one usually off a certain substance? That's why he doesn't get the Mister.
Well, the comments have been saying that. The comments last NBA episode, the comments said, I feel like Riv now is always under some sort of influence.
We do get here late, man. You know. I try to,
We do get some late shows for show.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing okay. We're here Thursday night, and I've never seen a team get bailed out more than the Chargers. Kind of pissed me off. Nevertheless, we're doing okay.
This guy's nuts.
He's got handsy with you?
No. He was getting handsy with his computer. I'll leave it at that.
Wow.
Man, sitting next to him is dope because I could just show him things and he can never tell them. So it's
that at
cool.
least no, I cannot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
how was your week, bro?
My week was all right. I had work yesterday. It was calm. Hit some softballs. Feeling good. Feeling loose. I might be playing softball with Seb, actually.
In his league?
Yeah.
He's turned into a softball guru now. He plays like 4 times a week.
Kind of nice at
it.
Yeah,
Hits
the ball far.
It's fucking ass.
So I'm excited for that.
Are you doing a men's league?
Not no time soon.
You're too busy.
Yeah, not no time soon. Got too much going on. Springtime though. Hope to get back to it.
Okay.
For sure,
There's been few things that bring me genuine pleasure in life. One of them, this.
Yeah.
The other, softball. That might be on the list right now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to up the days, the amount of times I play softball a week. One's not cutting it for me.
First down.
So hopefully let's get that up to like 2 minimum.
Yeah, I used to do the men's leagues like 2-3 times a week, but then I got too busy. So,
I'm a demon. So like I deserve to be playing more than once a week.
Lock in, bro. Seb, he be killing shit. I ain't gonna front.
The only issue is with our pod schedule being as erratic as it is.
Why is it erratic, guys?
It's an excellent question. That's an excellent question.
Dad, why is it erratic?
I don't know. I'm looking at y'all and wondering why.
Hey, don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I come straight from work.
I say the same thing. It's whatever. that's my same.
Nevertheless,
dialogue,
Wednesdays are my days that I'm usually at work, the whack work, and then Saturdays, Fridays. So hopefully, I'm hoping like that Tuesday, Thursday softball vibe that would move me.
I love the fact that Kamani Vidal just scored a touchdown. Chargers are up 14-0. We understood, me and Dehls, that it was going to be a bounce back game for the Chargers. And it's a big reason why in the leaderboards, me and Dehls are number 1 and 2. But I'm the pick 'em champion right now, and I'm holding the belt. And that's how the rankings shape out so far.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's really one of the main reasons I'm annoyed, because this should be 7-0 minimum Minnesota. And now all the momentum has gone towards the Chargers, and I'm really pissed about it.
I just feel like there's no way, even though they were winless coming into this game in those Navy uniforms, that they lost with those uniforms. Oronde Gatson looks like a young Jimmy Graham out there.
We've gotten Jimmy Graham and Antonio Gates so far.
He benched him.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation.
This is the thing. Okay, so we'll talk to the audience real quickly about this.
Why did we start this?
We have a dynasty league that I guess nobody takes seriously.
And nobody.
We need to kick Riv out, we're being honest.
I've been asking to get kicked.
You
won't let me.
It's the pick-a-side dynasty. How can you not be in
Dehls, you won't let me leave. You won't.
You just do dumb shit too often.
With all
Riv,
due respect,
fantasy football is not as boring as you make it seem.
It's just not.
He's just
for
not
me.
tapped into it.
Yeah,
that's probably all it is.
That's all it really is.
Yeah, but we can't do that. You're the only
I'll be
black guy
like,
in the league.
it'll be on some shit where
I'm
it's
in there.
like I walked in here today, forgot to set my lineup. That happens every week. I just forget, Sorry.
And for me, I didn't forget to set my lineup. I'm trying to actively tank in that league. I'm 4-3 or 3-4, one of those records. And I was projected 39 points this week.
39 points in a 2-quarterback full PPR league.
Because I'm trying to tank for Jeremiah Love. Right now, my team is called Love Wins. It used to be called Icy Joe's. Joe Burrow got hurt. Jordan Love's now my franchise player. And what better way to have that team name if I have Jordan Love and Jeremiah Love? So for me, I want to get the first overall pick. I set my lineup to the way that I would accomplish my goals and set myself up for the future because my roster is in no way, shape, or form ready to compete for the playoffs right now. And then Dehls manually reset my lineup, but refused to put Oronde Gatson in the lineup for me. Oh no, he didn't want to do that.
That was real
even,
bullshit.
even though I spent a lot of fab on him, $101 to be exact, because there was another person in the league that had 100 fab and I could not lose Oronde Gatson to 100 fab, so I dropped the 101 on him and I got him. And Dehls didn't want to start him for me, so now I'm pissed off.
Well, we could add context to this. 2-quarterback league. Joel was trying to start Devin Neal, who, if you're unfamiliar, which I wouldn't blame you, is the backup, really the third string running back for the Saints. But since Kendre Miller is out, he is now the backup. He was trying to start Devin Neal over Jordan Love. Devin Neal was projected 3 fantasy points. Jordan Love, 18 fantasy points. He was also trying to start RJ Harvey over Breece Hall. He was
Cowboys
trying
defense.
to start Luke McCaffrey over Terry McLaurin, was it? Or no,
McLaurin's always hurt.
There's another receiver. It wasn't even Terry McLaurin.
My receivers
But
are garbage.
At the end of the day, he was making very obvious choices to lose, which isn't fair.
I'm
Because
tanking.
you're tanking, but you're impacting the entire league, because whenever someone plays you, it's an auto win. So if
Yes.
someone's like, man, I really hope I make the playoffs, but this guy's playing Joel this week, he's going to win. That's not fair to that team. So what you can do is you can tank, but you have a couple of options. Either trade your good players so you don't have...
Try to help you.
Exactly. So you don't have the option to start good players. That's
No.
That's
So
option
can I
number
do that?
one.
No.
Huh?
Can I do that?
Yes, you could trade players for picks. That's
talk.
fine.
Let's talk.
You can trade picks for players. What you can't do
Talk to me.
is try to convince me that you're going to start Devin Neal over Jordan Love.
Number
shit.
one, he's getting an increased workload now that
It's
Kendrick
Jordan
Miller's
Love.
out. I understand
Your
it's
guy.
Jordan
He's-
Love.
he's-
I
Your
understand.
guy.
But
He's
he
nuts.
is my guy, so I'm trying to set him up for success in the future with my team. That's what I'm trying to do. You're trying to stop me from being competitive in the future. You're actually stopping me from progressing in the league. How am I going to continue to have interest in the league when I can't get the best players? Because right now my biggest weakness is running back. That's why I'm starting Devin Neal, Riv, because I have no running backs to start.
Type shit. LeBron.
No, you were starting Devin Neal in your OP.
I'm tanking, but I guess
It has
I
to
can't
be an
actively
ethical tank.
So I have to try to win to tank. Is
You
what you're
have
saying.
to put players in the lineup that make
At
sense.
the
It's
minimum,
an
bro, you have to
ethical
put
tank.
players that aren't on bye in your lineup.
Yes.
You have
forgot.
players on bye in your lineup.
I swear to God, I forgot.
You're lying.
Joel,
for
if you want to tank and guarantee the first pick, trade your good players. Trade Jordan Love. Trade Breece Hall.
No.
Trade Terry McLaurin.
What
trade,
if you guys give me low ball offers? Why am I going to trade them for nothing? And I can't just have a roster full of rookies.
You want to tank? You want the first pick?
One star
sounds
player
like.
could change my team in fantasy. Jeremiah Love could change the landscape of my fantasy
Jeremiah
team.
Love hype. He better be nice when he walks into this
He
league,
is going to be nice. He's Jeremiah Love.
Better be
There's
different.
nothing wrong with tanking. There is something wrong with
No,
losing on
I understand.
purpose.
There's something wrong with being a Hispanic from Central America and
What
tanking
the
in Dynasty
fuck?
League. There's something wrong with that.
I
There's something
hear
wrong
where
with
he's
that.
coming from.
He might be
There's
Totally
something wrong
different
with
angle.
that.
I hear
I
where he's
get it.
coming from.
I get it. All right.
He took
Don't-
the U
Because, you know,
it's usually your line.
Dell
like,
sees over here that I'm rocking a fly belt. I'm the pick'em champ right now.
Oh,
He said,
shit.
how can I ruin Joel's
Now he's
mood?
attacking your legacy.
I'm going to
character.
ruin
Oh, he was
his
starting
tank.
Luke. He was starting Luke McCaffrey over Ted McMillan. That's what he was doing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Got him.
Tat McMillan's playing without Bryce Young.
Andy Dalton
Andy
might be an
Whoa,
upgrade
whoa, whoa.
Really?
for fantasy.
Yo, he's nuts for that.
Well,
For
I told you
fantasy.
my
Fantasy.
exact reason. I'm trying to tank for Jeremiah Love. And right now, I need to lose more games in order
He
to
attacked your legacy
make
and your
that.
character. How
What?
would you respond?
happen.
What did he say?
He talked about how he's a champ right now, you're a sucker, and then he talked about how you're low-key racist.
Well,
How will you respond?
How will you
comments.
respond?
that's my
Oh
response.
my
No comment.
God.
Riv, this is what I'm going
He
to do.
makes me hard.
Actually, we're going to talk in private later, Riv. Talk about this league.
As he says, he
Maybe
makes me hard.
We come.
That's terrible timing.
Maybe we combine our teams a little bit. Make the
He's
best
one
team.
person that everybody's available except him.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with him? Just leave him for the person who takes your team?
I just can't. You know how you have that one dude you just can't, no matter what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's that dude.
Yo, shout out to you for trading me HN, man.
Hey, man, Smitty gave me $180.
Yeah, not wrong. I kind of miss him right now.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
He's
man.
been amazing since he's been on your team.
Such a dog. I love
So
him.
now I'm trying to. I got to ethically tank. I guess I got to start players that actually going to perform.
If you're
well.
4-3, how about you just win?
Actually, I'm 3-4. I'm definitely
All right.
3 and
You're right
4.
there,
I'm definitely
man.
3 and 4.
You're still
But
in it.
some of the wins were fluky. Like some of the wins were I started Kamani Vidal off a waiver wire, and
Sometimes it
he's my
happens.
best
He just
running
touchdown.
back.
You beat me by 0.2.
Yes, and Kamani Vidal, like he's playing well now, but long term he has literally no value.
Type shit.
No, correct. But as long as Hampton's out, he's gonna have value.
So
Hampton's gonna have
I'm
a few
good. So
weeks.
basically, I'm winning. And let's say if I make the playoffs, I got Kamani Vidal on my roster, and I can't even play him
that's
because
crazy.
Hampton's coming back.
There you go.
So my roster is pretty mediocre right now. So that's why I'm trying to tank. And I'm trying to get Jeremiah Love, but doesn't try to let me have it. And I understand I can't have no fun. Can't ethically tank. So
no, you can ethically
No,
tank.
you can.
What you're doing is not. You're unethically
No,
tanking.
I'm
It's the
intentionally
definition of unethical.
I'm intentionally tanking. You gotta trust the process.
Nah, this process is fucking nuts.
it's flawed.
I gotta trust it, and that's what I'm trying to do. But we'll see. I'll find a way. I'll figure out
Are
something.
you winning your money league?
Yes,
you go.
I'm in first place in my money league.
Shout out to you. I hope you win it, man.
I've noticed that I'm definitely more of a fan of redraft than dynasty. I just like
your
redraft
style
better.
of play is meant for redraft.
I just like redraft better because I don't have to think about long-term decisions. I just got to go with who I think is going to be valuable now.
So
That's
you'd
why
be
I
a
like it
horrible
better.
GM.
I don't even think so. Like I
I
think
don't know.
that
I'm watching in real time.
I've made some good moves.
What's been a good move for
I've
you to
made
pick a
some
side
good moves.
outside of robbing? Who's it? John for Baker?
Oh, I also got Sam Darnold from him too.
Yeah,
Torrey Horton.
for Torrey
You
Horton.
basically stole
Sam.
some from your son, bro.
I mean, he's right.
What was the
Being-
Darnold trade?
being honest.
Horton and what?
Torrey Horton is second for Darnold.
Oh, yeah, come on. He gave that shit.
It's a
to
good
you.
deal. 2 quarterback leagues,
And
great
we've
deal.
also giving you Jordan Love for Miles Sanders.
that shit don't count.
Outside
Yeah.
of those 2 deals, what deals have you done that you've been like, yes, Joel, nice?
Okay, I've had 3.
Oh,
I've had 3 hits and 2 misses.
I'll be
That's
honest.
a good
Me
percentage.
and you were really like Nico and Rob Pelinka. Bro.
I've made
You were at the
two
beach, you
I've
called
made
me, I was
2
like, cool.
moves in that league that I probably look in hindsight and regret. You forget about the Brees Hall for Marvin Harrison Jr. swap that we did.
I love that.
I love my side of the deal too.
Brees is so average.
Brees is better than Marvin Harrison Jr. right now in
I
fantasy.
think that's a fair trade.
Okay.
I
And
don't think either side got
Okay,
And
the
if
sense
Brees
one.
gets traded to a team that has like a better offensive infrastructure, I mean, yeah, we're talking like next 2-3 years he could be more valuable.
okay. And the next one?
I guess, but I don't think you're talking about me thinking 5 years ahead. I have BTJ and Ted McMillan as my wide receivers.
I
I'm
respect
good.
that.
I'm
Listen,
set.
I definitely think BTJ's better than what he's given us.
My young receivers are set.
You're what?
My young receivers are set. I basically have my top 2, and then in the draft, I have 2 second-round picks that are probably going to be early seconds, and I'm going to use both those on receivers. Maybe a quarterback. It depends on what quarterback falls to me. I won't reveal my hand too much because I know you guys are trying to steal my players. So
I don't have first.
I just have to, keep it silent.
That first got me HN, so.
Do you have a QB1 in mind?
QB1,
Yeah, like, do you know who your favorite quarterback is in this class?
Simpson.
Simpson? I like Ty Simpson too.
I bet you do.
Just plays the right way.
I bet you do.
So
plays
what?
the
The
right
Jets
way,
on the
man.
clock, first
Bet you
overall
do.
pick. You're taking Todd Simpson over Fernando Mendoza.
I can't say I've done extensive
See how easy
research on these
see how
guys,
easy you could have guessed that.
but Ty Simpson
No,
looks
he does have a
impressive.
type.
Plays the right way. You already knew.
No, when he
My
said
type
plays
is
the right way,
very
you got it.
anti
I know,
Ty Simpson,
literally,
for being honest.
Correct.
Honestly, you're like in the middle.
Drake Maye's the first, you know what I mean?
Well,
No,
his type would be
no,
Dante
yes.
He's
Moore.
dead right. He's dead right.
Yes, because
He's
I
dead right.
thought you were a fan of Zach Wilson.
I mean, he went to the Jets. So
Oh, that's all it was for.
I know. Me being Bo Nix stan and him being like the epitome of
I was a
like,
Justin Fields guy in that
And
draft.
I want to get on that real quick because I was thinking about Drew's frustrations. Drew is frustrated that nobody gives Bo Nix his proper due diligence outside of Broncos
He's
Nation.
very angry.
I don't know if that's what it is. I think I'm more upset that people are riding him week to week. That bothers me more than anything else.
And I think Drew is very upset at the lack of belief
Context.
or concrete answers that some of us give him on this panel.
Okay.
He knows it's not me because he knows exactly where I stand. And that's why, he has some respect for that. Because
do.
at least
I don't think-
he knows where I
No,
stand.
I do.
okay.
At the
You know,
minimum,
But
I
he
do.
doesn't have no goddamn respect for somebody who says, I don't know.
No.
With Sean Payton, he's really good. Without him, I don't know.
Because Sean Payton, has he been really good this year in your estimation?
I don't, he's not opening up the playbook and letting Bo Nix throw interceptions.
No,
Or
at the
touchdowns. Or touchdowns.
At the minimum.
Or touchdowns.
At the minimum.
Or
Give him a
touchdowns.
chance to do either.
Or
Give him a
touchdowns.
chance to fail is what you
Do
say.
either.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
get it.
Give him a chance.
The devil on my shoulder slipped out. I should have said touchdowns. But Dehls, every week it's, I don't know. And Drew just wants a concrete answer from one of his best friends since his childhood. Is Bo Nix gonna be that guy, or is he not gonna be that guy? And Dehls said, I don't know, last episode, but then I thought about it. Is Dehls saying I don't know for Drake May, Drew?
No.
And Drake May has played the same amount of games, correct? Less, actually. Less.
Brother,
less.
Have you watched Drake May play?
Oh, trust me, I've watched.
I don't think I gotta really watch a lot more games.
But I think this is where the frustration from Drew comes from, is that you're so quick to say Drake May stamped. But with Bo Nix, there's no stamp at all. Not a no stamp, not a yes stamp. There's just a TBD stamp.
Because I think.
No, but what about the stamp with the Caleb Williams? I trust Caleb Williams.
Yeah, no,
I said the same thing about Caleb.
Listen,
I said he hasn't given me reason to believe that he's the locked and loaded
But you
franchise
still
quarterback.
trust him.
A game against the Saints definitely moves you more than a comeback against the Eagles. I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. Yeah, I
Makes you
get it.
think.
Makes you wonder. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're referencing.
In Philly.
I guess it's,
In Philly.
you torch up the Raiders, the Saints, and shit like that. That moves
You
people.
come back against the reigning champions in Philadelphia.
I see what you're saying,
Who
Drew.
cares?
I see what you're
He
saying,
was
Drew.
nasty quarters 1 through 3 against one of the best
But
defenses.
you dialed up them Saints, boy, oh boy.
And you make a
The
historic
truth.
comeback.
You put up 33 points.
Historic.
In the quarter.
33 points in a singular quarter.
Nix is in the Hall of Fame right now. 2 touchdowns passing, 2 touchdowns rushing.
In the second quarter.
First quarterback
They put
to
that
do
ball
that.
in the Hall of Fame.
They should.
They
It
will.
was a historic comeback, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because it's the first time somebody's
They've
ever done
definitely
it.
put some
And,
other things in there for less.
I've been off the show actually wondering, why the hell can't Dehls make up his mind? Or maybe his mind is already made up, but he doesn't want to reveal his truth.
You know what, Dehls, I think we could put this to the side if you want, because either which way, I think I know where you're going. Nevertheless, how do you feel about people trying to belittle Bo Nix's comeback against the Giants?
Why are they trying to belittle it?
That's an excellent question. Why would you do that?
Who's trying to belittle it?
Why would you belittle a comeback victory and you put up 33 points in the
Lord.
fourth quarter? How could you do that, Joel? How?
You did that?
My co-host Jackson McIntyre
And you
did
let him.
because he charted. No, I just let him speak his mind. I don't interrupt him. I don't interrupt. Before the final drive,
So you just let him finish.
he said there was
Respect that.
there was a stretch where the score was 19-0, Riv,
Yeah.
and it ended up being 26-23. And out of 11 completions that Bo Nix had in that stretch, he didn't throw a pass that traveled past 4 yards.
Sounds like Mac Jones, and you loved Mac Jones.
I also don't think Mac Jones is great. I think he's average.
Change the name of Bo Nix to any quarterback that Joel likes.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Spencer Rattler who did what Bo Nix did in that fourth quarter,
Come on.
he'd be squirting to that game.
I wouldn't have been impressed, honestly.
That's nuts. He's a man.
No, Bo Nix, here's where I'm at with it. It was an impressive fourth quarter, but I don't know if I learned anything new about the Broncos or about Bo Nix from that game.
We're resilient. We've known that.
Well, yeah, but he also got shut out through 3 quarters against one of the worst teams in the league. I just think
beat the Eagles, have
Hey,
beaten the Chargers.
Leave us alone.
I don't
I'm
know.
just saying one of the
They did
worst
beat the
teams
shit
in the
out of
league
them.
has 2 of the more impressive wins.
Short week.
They do
They
have
also had a
impressive
short
wins.
week.
They so did.
And they smoked you guys. They smoked you guys. And they don't play well at home.
Short week. One
Yeah,
team's
like
on a
it-
short week, the other's not.
Sometimes we play them again. Bell.
Next week.
This week.
This
No,
upcoming
this
week.
They're
week.
going to
Philly.
dominate them for sure.
Oh my God, watch
100%.
this.
They're going to dominate
Watch
them.
Lock of the week.
Saquon over everything?
Dude, it's gonna
it's not this
get
week.
bad this time. Watch. I didn't like what happened the first time. So are you a Bo Nix believer or not, man?
Believer? I wouldn't call myself a believer.
It's not a believer.
Honestly, God, Dehls,
A believer?
your manhood has been tested on this pod so far.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why?
He's been
Now
testing
this
your
episode,
manhood.
I didn't ask.
I
the
don't know
question.
where the
I
Bo Nix
know-
shit came from.
I don't
I'm
know
being
either. It
honest.
definitely came out of
we
left
started
field.
talking about fantasy and all of a sudden we're talking about Bo
he
Nix.
needed to take the heat off his fantasy team.
Fair.
He
No, I'm
directed
not going to
towards
lie to you, Dehls. One of my least favorite things about you is your
Screaming.
inconsistency with Bo Nix. Easily
I
one
want
of
to
my
be a
least
Bo
favorite
Nix
things.
believer. I trade for him in our dynasty league
That's
this
why
offseason.
it's pissing me off, bro.
I
because
want
you-
to. I
'cause
want to
don't-
love Bo Nix. I
No,
want to
bro,
think he's
this
great.
energy that you've been putting towards is fraudulent, bro. Like, are you in or you out? I actually am starting to feel Joel. You in or you out?
I don't know.
Say
man.
one way or the other.
He's just he
I don't know. It's not good
There's
enough.
quarters where I'm like, yo, this guy's not a starter. And this quarter I'm like, holy shit, it's a franchise quarterback.
No, bro, because then
just-
when he's actually a franchise starting quarterback in your eyes, I'm not going to
you know
want to
what
hear
scares
it.
me? Sean Payne doesn't trust him.
Oh shit.
And if Sean Payne doesn't trust him, why should I trust him?
So he trusted him last year, but didn't trust him this year.
But even still,
It was
you
a
guys-
training wheels offense last year too, to be fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like last year you guys like you weren't running RPOs and all these screens in this quick game and not letting shit develop. There were moments. This year it's definitely been more. But I mean, what I'm seeing the first month of the season or 2 months, I guess at this point, Sean Payne still doesn't really trust him. That much.
He also ran that type of offense in college. It's like it was a lot of short.
So Dehls, where's the? I don't know if you feel like Sean Payne don't trust him. Your answer it seems like it's.
That's
no.
what I said. I said if Sean Payne doesn't trust him, why should I trust
So
him?
Caleb's gone from you trust him fully to now you don't know also?
Caleb, yeah, I don't think Caleb's played well this year.
Okay.
I don't think either of those guys have.
All right. So he's demoted.
Sounds like
Caleb?
Caleb got demoted.
Well, you got to think coming into the NFL, Caleb started up here and Bo started here. So yeah, Caleb has come down and Bo probably has come up. If I'm still being honest, what I thought of him pre-draft to now.
So they're on the same tier.
Probably that like they're both young quarterbacks
Dehls.
that I see a potential
Young is
in.
nuts.
I'm being sold.
But neither of them have sold me 100%.
He's 24. Relax.
Young is nuts.
I actually,
Is he
it feels like history when Dell's favorite quarterback in his class was Caleb and not Drake.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
Yeah.
He flipped so hard.
I mean, I've
respect the
been on
flip.
record for a long time about this Caleb and Drake stuff. You want me to explain it one more time, or are we
You don't
okay?
need to explain. You just need to put Oronde Gadsden in my lineup. Put Oronde Gadsden in my lineup. He
It's
just
not
had another
happening,
big
brother.
play.
I know he's got like 80
He's
yards.
trying to make me
It's your
lose.
fault. It's your
Nah,
fault.
bro. Nah.
75
Yo,
catches,
bro, I've been with
77
you. I've been
touchdowns.
with you. It's your fault.
Bro.
It's your fault.
Bro.
You spent 100. You went out and made a trade so you could guarantee you got him off the waiver wire and
Yes.
then left him on your bench.
Yes.
your fault,
So
bro.
I could guarantee I had him on my
almost
roster for
26.
next year.
That I respect.
This year, I'm tanking. This year, I'm tanking. I made that blatantly obvious.
No, bro. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
this dude Dehls can root for Celtics tanks. Type in the chat that the mission was accomplished after losing a heartbreaking
Brother,
close game in the opener.
Did the
But I
Celtics-
can't tank.
Did the Celtics
Come
bench
on.
Jalen Brown, Derek White, Payne Pritchard, Sam Hauser, and Anthony
No, they
Simons
said they're
last
making the
night?
playoffs.
Because that's what you basically just did.
He's cooking. Joel, I can't get on board with this.
As a fan, he rooted for his team to lose after.
Okay, that's different than
Nah,
the
it's
team
different.
actually
It's different.
rooting or
It's different.
It's so different.
actively
I
trusting.
put,
That
I put
boy
some
be in
studs
there
in my
like,
lineup for sure.
It's so
You
different.
started
I
five
started
people
Baker.
on bye.
I started Baker.
Five
and you
people
put
on bye.
and you left Jordan Love on your bench.
Bro, I started 5 people on bye.
Joel,
It's
please
Wednesday.
let it go.
I mean, no,
Stop.
it's Thursday.
Joel, let it
I
go.
agree.
Wait,
I
hold
agree.
on. It's Thursday though. Sunday, I was going to recheck my lineup.
you just told me you weren't.
Well, for the argument's sake, I was.
Let it go, brother.
So
It's
we're gonna
over.
talk about NBA takeaways on this podcast episode. While we watch the Chargers and Vikings game right now, and the Chargers could be up 17-3, and they're not 14-3. Cameron Dicker
Announcer.
One of the
Dicker the
greatest
kicker.
Dicker the kicker.
missed the kick.
One of the all-time great kickers as we stand right now, percentage-wise.
So we're gonna talk about NBA takeaways, and then we're also gonna give our input on some NFL trade deadline stuff, certain players that might be on the move, giving a destination, attaching a team to a player that is rumored to maybe be on the move, and then give our NFL Week 8 picks, because this is what we're fighting for, this championship. That championship is owned by Mr. Joe Dehls. Is going to take it home today, and this is a championship
You earned
that
Mr.
that we
back.
have for the season. This is it right here.
That's a 2025, 2026.
Yes.
Nice.
So, if I've been number one since week 1,
You have
I
been.
believe.
That's
so
cap.
I have.
Riv-
Oh, no,
Riv-
Riv
was yeah.
Okay.
I was number one first 3 weeks. Please respect
So
my legacy.
unfortunately, Trophy Smack didn't get us this belt in time, but that's who's sponsoring this belt. Trophy Smack
Shout out to
sent us this
Trophy.
free
Love you.
pick a
He
side,
deserves
pick 'em
points for
championship
fouls.
belt for the season. We're gonna make some short form content on them to promote them on Instagram as well. But just giving them a shout out. If you want anything like a trophy, a belt,
They got rings?
they do have rings too, a championship
Dang.
ring. You can go on Trophy Smack and you can customize your belt to your liking. This one, I customized it. I got the red strap on it because for those that watch WWE, when they used to have the big gold world heavyweight championship,
Had the red on the back.
Yes, exactly. And that was a big influence for this belt. Just, I feel like the red always looked really good on belts.
OD.
So that's why this looks like how it looks. So shout out to Trophy Smack. Make sure you guys go show support there. Let's get on to NBA takeaways. We've seen almost every team play their first game of the season, what is something that has stood out to you? The biggest takeaway, I do think I know what it is going to be.
I mean, how could it not be? I will say it is weird how we still have teams that have not played yet. Like, that kind of makes no sense to me. Nevertheless, the takeaway is the takeaway that I've said for multiple months now. We're going on a year and change, actually, at this point. Victor Wembanyama is the best two-way player in the league, therefore giving him the seat at the table for best in the world. And when this season's over, we will acknowledge him as the best in the world. There are 3 defenses that I look at and think, you know what? They should cause Wemby, at minimum, a little bit of trouble. That would be the Oklahoma City Thunder. That would be the Houston Rockets because of the size. And it would be the Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis, Derek Lively. Yes, Gafford's not back yet, but he'll be back soon. But Anthony Davis, one of the greatest defenders this game's ever seen. And Derek Lively, who's definitely no slouch on the defensive side of the ball. Wouldn't you know it? He made it his absolute mission to do nothing but score down low and get his way to the free throw line to get to 40 points on opening day. And he did that while also being the most dominant defender on the floor as well. The year we're going to see out of Victor Wembanyama is going to be special. And Riv, I'm glad that what you have with Derrick Rose as being the youngest MVP in NBA history, that was amazing. And it will be historic, but it comes to an end this year. It comes to an end this year.
Bro, the Joker averaged 30, 13, and 11 last year.
And didn't win the MVP.
Exactly. So, good luck.
Wemby will have all the narrative on his side.
Definitely
if that's
will.
what you really care about.
Definitely
But
will.
he will also have the eye test, because that's what I've been going off of for a year strong now, because I know what my eyes are seeing when I watch Vic. And the world witnessed it last night, and I watched the timeline have its field day of trying to make up for lost time.
Why is it making up for lost time?
Because what people were afraid to say, they now suddenly feel comfortable saying it now.
Wemby was not what he showed us last year.
But what's beautiful about that statement as well is I acknowledge that in the preseason. He was going to make it his mission to refine his footwork and be more dominant in the paint. Victor Wembanyama is the type of guy that's always going to work on his game. You saw that in year 2. It was evident as a jump shooter. He improved in that mark. His ball handling has been great. His playmaking has been really great as well. But what he wants to refine and what he did refine, we saw last night. His dominance down low. We already know that he was already an efficient scorer down low. I think it was, 70% mark last season at the rim.
Crazy.
He was a 99 percentile finisher.
We knew that, but what he wants to do is work on his footwork. We saw that in the preseason. We saw him in working out in the offseason as well. It shouldn't have been a surprise.
It's not a surprise.
It's not.
I think what you say has truth to it. I
Mhm.
think in terms of just like what we've seen in NBA history, like anybody with this talent, I think it's not crazy to say, because in theory, when you think of, oh, this guy's an idiot. In theory, when you think of Wemby, you think of his potential, you think of like MJ, you think of LeBron. Like, if longevity sticks, if his health sticks, Wemby's probably gonna go down as a top 3 player ever, just with just how dominant he can be. Here's the thing, and this is the tricky part. SGA had probably one of the best guard seasons ever last year.
No doubt.
MVP, Finals MVP, averaged 30 plus. The Joker obviously did his thing. So to get there, you would need to, like, I think he has the talent to be in that conversation, but I think it's deeper than talent. Like, you have to have that plus the playoff stuff, especially like we've always forget about Luka, but like Luka's probably, outside of the Joker, the best playoff performer in basketball right now. You know, maybe I'm missing other people, but for the most part, he's up there.
Don't count SGA.
I think Luka's a better playoff performer.
I'm just saying, like, he did go on a run.
Yeah, like, but if you want to say him too, but he's one of the best, is what I'll say. Like, Luka's one of the best.
Yeah, for sure.
But you
And
know,
Don.
yeah. So I think it's a tough conversation because Luka, Wemby, Giannis, the Joker, SGA, they're all going to be in that conversation. And, Luka also had a dominating game. It was just the difference was, I feel like, is Wemby won. Yeah, Wemby won, Luka lost. But Luka had, I feel like, because I watched the whole game, just as dominant as a performance as Wemby did. He just didn't win the game. Side. Yeah, for off defense, we don't care about that
50% played on the other side.
I agree, but it's different responsibilities. Like, Luka had to generate everything for you guys. He did everything. But yeah, Wemby just gives about 65, 70 games of doing this. If he has an all-time playoff performance, then you could probably put him there. But it's really tough because the Joker's still hanging around. Giannis is still hanging around. SGA's probably not going to slow down. So it's a tough bar to go over. But if anybody would do it, probably be Wemby.
So we're talking about being the best player in the world. And I think that what we saw from Wemby in the first game of the season was a noticeable improvement in his strength and shot diet. I feel like those two go hand in hand, where the added strength made him settle less for outside jumpers from threes more so, because he was hitting a variation of mid-range jumpers. And I think the allure with Victor Wembanyama is the uniqueness of his game and how he's 1-of-1. There is nobody like him that is 7'4", that can dominate in the paint to the level of Giannis and can also shoot outside jumpers like a Kevin Durant. This is a 1-on-1 player that I don't think we've seen in NBA history. No. This is the first time that we've seen it. And every so often, a generational talent comes into the NBA. Last season, he had 3 40-point games. All 3 of them, he shot 15 threes or more. For his career, he's only had 7 games where he shot 2 threes or less. Last season, he had 0 games where he had 0 turnovers. He had at least 1 or more in every other one. First game of the season, 40 points, 15 rebounds, 0 turnovers. So the increased ball security that he improved was evident. And then he only took 2 3-pointers, and he was dominating in the paint. He was dominating from mid-range, and he looked like the most unstoppable force in basketball. I feel like what we saw yesterday was the ascension of a player that's going to be the face of a generation. And usually with these players, it's hard to gauge where they rank in the league, right? Because every player goes through this. They're great, but you have to prove it on a big stage. LeBron James wasn't a consensus best player in the world in 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 2010. I think LeBron was the consensus from 2011 on. Before that, it was dominated by Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. You had a stretch where Dwayne Wade won in 06 and he was on top of the world. But really, I think that was really the Tim Duncan and Kobe era. And we didn't give LeBron that crown until he won a championship, but we understood that he was the best player in the world. The difference with Victor Wembanyama is that comparing him to all the top players that we have in today's game, if you just do a side-by-side comparison, Victor Wembanyama is the most complete player in basketball. Nikola Jokic, we understand, averages a 30-point triple-double, but his weakness is defense. Wemby is the best defender in the world. We know Giannis is an amazing two-way player, multiple-time defensive player of the year. He doesn't have the shooting ability of Wemby, and Wemby can be just as dominant, if not, he is right now just as dominant of a paint force as Giannis. Then we look at SGA. He doesn't have the defensive impact of Wemby, but he is a better offensive player overall. And then we look at Luka. It's the defensive side of the ball that separates him and Wemby. So when we compare Wemby to the other top players in the game, they all have a flaw that he doesn't. He is the most complete package in the NBA. Bar for bar, if you're measuring every single skill that he has, it's a 9 or it's a 10 across the board. And you can't say that for any other player in the world.
You think Wemby's passing is a 9?
No.
Because I feel like with SGA, probably would be the only guy in this conversation where we would say his defense is what, like 7, 8?
I think SGA's defense is definitely good,
but he's
considering
not an anchor.
Offensive load.
No, I mean, Wemby's on a different planet.
Wemby's
He's on a different planet to everybody.
It's good. His most underrated trait.
I think
it's his weakest trait, but it's solid.
Yeah. It's his weakest trait, but it's his most underappreciated
I don't think
trait.
so. I think him not having turnovers last night was because they could take the ball. Like they don't need him.
They don't need him to be the point guard.
A passer, but he was never really a great passer. Like he's all right. He's 7'6", so obviously you don't need to be great.
More than anything, I'm excited for him to come and play. Don't get me wrong.
Fox.
They didn't need to trade for him.
Stephon Castle was great last night.
Stephon
They did
Castle was
because
awesome.
Stephon took another player that took a leap. He seemed super composed, super locked in, very one with the offense, great initiating, great getting downhill, great in transition. That's a lot what we saw last year, but he seemed a lot more calm. His demeanor definitely seemed different last night. And for a debut, 15 points from the kid. Shout out to Dylan Harper. That was really great to see. You didn't need Fox.
They didn't need him. I also think it's going to be a bonus when he comes back.
1,000%.
And like the Spurs are loaded, right? Like with picks, with young players, the ascension of Wemby. So I think they're going to compete in the West sooner rather than later. I think the pushback to your MVP Wemby isn't that Wemby wasn't going to have the production. I think he is. It's just whether or not the Spurs are going to be one of the best teams in the West.
They just handled the Mavericks.
They did.
And we thought that the Mavericks, we don't know without Kyrie Irving what's going to happen with the point guard position. Obviously, we know that Cooper Flag goes and puts in there, but that's not a finished product right now, and that was our concern coming in.
Yeah.
They dominated.
It wasn't even close. I mean, that was Wemby deserves all the credit in the world, but I had the Mavs as a 5 seed, and then after last night, it's like they just don't have enough on the offensive side. They don't have enough, initiation. They don't have enough playmaking. It's just like Anthony Davis didn't look good. Like I thought Anthony Davis was
he got
I don't know if
outclassed.
slow is the right word, but just looked a little kind of out of shape. They did a report saying that he was like the heaviest he has been entering the season. I don't know if it takes him just maybe some getting into regular season shape to really get going.
I think it was just Wemby dominated him.
It was, but Anthony Davis just didn't look good either. Not even defensively, but offensively too. He just didn't look himself. But I mean, I don't know what there is to say about Wemby that everyone hasn't said at this point. But I think what you're saying is right. Like the MVP discussion around Wemby didn't have anything to do with like his talent or will he put up crazy numbers. We were up here saying like, we were looking up the most stocks of all time. Like, can Wemby get 6 stocks? Because, like, yeah, he'll probably average 25, 27. He'll get boards. He'll get assists. We knew, like, an historic season was on the cusp. It was just a matter of can the other players step up. And I thought what you saw from Stephon Castle was awesome last night.
Definitely.
He was aggressive. He was getting Wemby the ball. He hit on multiple lobs. He was being strong downhill, getting out in transition. He just looked fantastic. Dylan Harper, like you mentioned, looked great too. So every year, there's a team that surprises us, and not that the Spurs I think would surprise us, but it would be a surprise if they were like a top 3 or 4 seed. And if Wemby is going to play at this level consistently, more than anything, just to stay healthy, because that's been his biggest knock really since he entered the league. Is just he hasn't been able to complete a season. Last year he had the blood clot, so I don't know if it's exactly fair. But if he plays 70, 75 games, there's a world where, yeah, he can be a top 4 seed. It's not too dissimilar to what we're talking about in Milwaukee. And given Milwaukee's team is definitely worse, but they're also in a worse conference. But we just look at Giannis saying, yeah, we know the team's not great, even though we like the Spurs more. But Giannis is going to be able to will you, especially in the regular season plus the postseason, to winning like 45 maybe games. And Wemby is entering that realm. And to Giannis's credit, because he played less than 30 minutes last night and gave you like 35, 14, and 5. He was awesome in his own right.
I was going to say, Giannis put a great game forward.
Yeah, he was nuts. But Wemby is just, I mean, I think we were anticipating it. But it was good to see night one Wemby go out there and be like, no, I'm in this discussion. Like Jokic hasn't played yet. SGA was great in his debut. Luka was great in his debut. But I'm here. Like, this is my league just as much as it's theirs. The last thing for him, though, really to do, and of course he's still unproven in the grand scheme of things compared to these other guys, but it's going to be really difficult for him to, like, take best in the world consideration without a playoff run. Like, I don't think we've ever, like you mentioned, Joel, I don't think we've ever crowned somebody best in the world without them winning a playoff game, let alone a playoff series or multiple playoff series. So he'll probably be in that discussion like, talent for talent, would you rather have Wemby or the Joker, Wemby or SGA? And that's a different conversation. But until he makes that deep playoff run, which is beyond his control, right? You're entering year 3. We're not expecting you to win a championship. I think that's just kind of the hurdles you have to go through in the NBA to be labeled that.
And I think that the Spurs, just based on the landscape of the West right now, they're a young, hungry, feisty, energetic team. And that can go a long way within just competing every single night and playing hard.
Houston last year.
Exactly. So that can go a long way. And I think they have multiple young players that could take a leap in their game. Even someone like Dylan Harper, who's a rookie, I think that at some point he'll like figure it out even more so, because in the first game of the season, he looked awesome. In limited minutes, he made a major contribution. I understand what you're saying about the playoff run, and that's why, to me, I have a lot of respect for Nikola Jokic and Giannis, SGA, even Luka, who have been able to go on a deep playoff run and accomplish things, because I feel like that's the barometer usually used to measure these players. But I think sometimes there is a rare exception, and I think Wemby is an exception.
I think it's
I'm
fair.
glad you're opening your mind.
Who's the best player in the world to you?
Right now, Nikola Jokic.
Who's the best player in the world to you?
It's between Jokic and Wemby.
Who's the best player in the world to you? So, see, I think it's the conversation is inconsistent, because you said Joker, you say Joker or Wemby, you say Joker, yet SGA just had one of the best seasons we've ever seen.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And none of us said SGA. So,
Do you think SGA?
no, I think it's the Joker. But this is what I'm saying, where I think the conversation inconsistent, because is it really about playoff run, or is it just about who's a better player?
He's talking to y'all.
Well, Joker.
Well, no,
was-
you have the Joker or Wemby, but I feel like you have the Joker because of what he's done.
No, well,
and you have Wemby because what he can be.
Joke is one of the most dominant players and the most complete offensive player in the league,
So why is he not just flat out one?
because he does not have the defense of a Victor Wembanyama.
But he's been the most dominant player for the past 3 years.
He has. That matters.
You could argue 4 or 5.
Yeah, honestly, like
That
Wemby's
matters.
been the best two-way player for 60 games.
It's very true.
Joker's been
This is,
arguably the best player in the league for 5 years.
What Joel just said is 100% fact, though.
Oh.
There are times where there are exceptions.
I love him.
Yeah.
This is an exception. When LeBron James won his run in 07, won MVP in 08, won MVP in 09. I'm sorry. Won MVP in
09,
09, won
yeah.
MVP in
He's
2010.
the best player in the world.
So that's
But
what
look
I'm
what you said.
Kobe
He
won
won
back-to-back, though.
He won MVP in 09. He went on his run in 07.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are he went on his run.
This
and,
is Wemby's 07.
No, and that's fair. Like I ain't gonna sit here and say it might not be. It might be. You know what I'm saying? It's different though, bro. Like I don't know if I'm
giving
different.
LeBron that title. 09,
Even if
2010,
you did it,
Kobe from
Bron was in the
2000.
conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if
from
you did
2008 to 2010, Kobe Bryant was the most dominant playoff
I mean, in
performer.
09, LeBron was great in the playoffs too.
I don't hate it. But it's and it's different because I think Wemby would probably have a better case for it because he's in the West as opposed to LeBron being in the East. He'll be able to play half of these guys anyways. So because if he goes through like a gauntlet of he gets like a 6 seed and he plays like Houston first and Denver second, he beats all them. Then it's like, well, shit.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why
right?
can't it be? Yeah.
You know. So it's gonna be like a year-long stretch of just seeing what he can do. You know, and I think that's the interesting conversation about it.
We just haven't seen the adversity hit yet. Like we usually see with players.
The blood clots. Was
Like,
adversity.
I was gonna say that sounds like adversity to me.
I mean more so on the court. Like, yeah, he got the blood clots and he wasn't able to play, but more so, early Giannis wins MVP, and then his big thing was he struggled in the playoffs. Luka Doncic not being able to get out the first round when he ran into the Clippers in back-to-back seasons. Nikola Jokic had the narrative on him before he won a title that you can't win with his defense. So, SGA being a young team, and then he was able to shut that down in his second year in the playoffs with OKC. For Victor Wembanyama, we're coming off a high where he just had a sensational debut in year 3, an opener that was like for the ages that I think we'll be talking about as the game that Wemby really arrived. Yeah. So when it comes to, it was a Drew. I don't know why you act that way. Drew, I don't know why you're acting like
Christmas
this wasn't a different player.
Versus the Knicks, his debut on Christmas Day in the Garden.
Yes,
that's usually everybody's
debut. Usually everybody.
This isn't his coming out.
Yeah, this is the most complete he's been as a player. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
He's
Absolutely.
Only,
we didn't even see the 3-point shot last night.
We keep saying most
and
complete.
That is the thing. That is the difference.
He was dominant in both fashions on that night against the Knicks. He was a dominant force down low, but he was letting the shot go from 3. When Wemby has the shot on, this is the most unstoppable player ever.
Yes, Victor Wembanyama, the strength he added in the offseason was notable.
For sure.
Because he's not settling for those outside
100%.
jumpers. Because now a seal off with Anthony Davis when you're attacking the rim turns into a dunk over him instead of being put out of position. This was the most complete game that Wemby has played, with the 0 turnovers, the non-volume 3-point shooting, only 2 threes, and having that 40-point game in 30 minutes. This was his first 40-point game in 30 minutes or less. Like, this was the most dominant performance Wemby has had in his career, point blank period, where he looked the most complete he's ever looked. And this was like the leap that we saw. All his offseason work wasn't for nothing. The offseason work that we saw was put into this moment, and that's something that he did not have in his game last year. Like, this is different. This was different.
He's at 40 on Christmas Day.
But 40 is not the same, though.
You know, like, when you watched him yesterday, it was different than it was when it was at MSG. Like, he was imposing his will yesterday.
It was different games. Yeah, for sure.
Christmas is definitely, I get what he's saying, though. Christmas is a bigger moment.
That was the coming out.
12 p.m. Christmas game.
Christmas at 12 is so much better than the season debut. Respectfully.
But that was also, I mean, this was prime time. This was nationally televised, Cooper Flag. Like, this was a big game, too.
No, at 9:47 that night. Agreed. That being said,
9:47.
Yeah, because that's the time it kicked
Christmas.
Up.
Yeah, it's
Christmas Day in the Garden.
Yeah.
No, I know.
It's
I'm
actually
trolling,
not even close.
I'm just saying, when you watch the way he played yesterday,
it looked different.
Compared
it was
to
different.
MSG.
Shot for sure moved me the most.
Discrediting that.
Because realistically, if like Wemby could do it both ways, he's shown like if he wants to impose his will like he did, he can. There's going to be games this year. I'm sure he hits like 6 or 7 threes. I think, But I think what we saw last night is what I would rather see. Like, you are 7'5", and you don't have to jump to dunk the basketball. Like,
yeah.
I would rather see what I saw last night, where you're just babying Derek Lively and Anthony Davis. Because I feel like
that was awesome.
Because I feel like what you said, like, when Wemby's shot is on, he's the most dominant player we've ever seen. Wemby's shot doesn't have to be on for him to be still one of the most dominant players we've ever seen.
I'd argue I don't even want his 3-point shot, because I feel like he's settling sometimes.
He can be.
And that's what it was,
I don't want that.
you know, last year. And I feel like in years past, like the Christmas game, he attempted 16 threes.
16 threes is nuts.
6 for 16 threes. But, you know, he was settling a lot. And yes, he can shoot. And that's an allure to him. But I thought what we saw last night was just, I don't need to do all this. Like, he's only like I said before, like, there have only been 7 games in his career, and last night was one of them, where he's attempted 2 threes or less. Like, this was a clear identity, mindset shift, and a player that just has better strength now. Like, it is a player that now, going into his 3rd year in that offseason, that was his focus, to improve his strength, and he's going to get stronger from this moment. Like, I mean, peak Wemby is going to be ridiculous.
He's only 21, 22, something like
I mean,
that.
Which is actually terrifying.
Yeah, like, you know.
Shouldn't be surprised, man. This was awesome.
Who's gonna be the Wemby stopper? Who's gonna come out and like you try, you know, everyone has something different. Early in LeBron's career, make him settle. I think Giannis the same way, make him settle. Like, what's going to be the Wemby style? How do you stop this?
Just have a dude that
have double big. What Houston's doing?
Have a dude that can score as much as he can.
I think it's going to be something similar to what we saw last year. I think it might have been the opener versus OKC, where they swarmed him with defenders.
I think I would. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he's oh shit, this guy's really good. Yeah, he told me something that he would do to guard Wemby. He said he would just go 1-on-1 Wemby. Don't let anybody else settle in. Don't let anybody else feel comfortable.
He's gonna drop behind.
Just kind of like let Wemby go 1-on-1, because you saw last night, like, Castle got it going, Dylan Harper got it going. Shit, Devin Vassell got it going a little bit. Like, you'd rather just, if you lose to a great player, you lose to a great player. You know what I'm saying? But like, you let him and everybody get going, and it's like,
that's kind of what people try to do with Jokic.
Yeah, it's like, you just like, yo, bro,
just play 1-on-1, but don't let MPJ last year hit threes and Christian Brown, all this.
I think it's gonna be to bother his passing lanes. Try to be a pest. Like, I don't think that the solution is guarding him with a big.
That dude.
You don't. Like, it's just like a throw. You can't throw a bad pass with
the one-on-one stuff, though. I don't even know if that's a good idea.
There's no good idea.
I think about it with Shea when he scored 36 and had 0 assists. They still won the game.
Oh, well, Golden State did it to him. He had 45 and they lost.
I thought he had 50.
He might have had a big game. And Golden State, they was playing OKC. They let SGA just 1-on-1.
Yeah,
they lost.
The Warriors.
No, the Warriors won. Yeah, the Thunder lost the game, and that's how the Warriors played defense against. They just like, yo, bro, honestly, kill us,
because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But like everybody else, no, we're not over helping. We're not doing none of that. And even when we played you guys, what was that last night? 2 nights ago, they were swarming Luka a little bit, but it hit a point where they were just like, yo, bro, just go ahead. Like, go one-on-one, do whatever you want, stop everybody else.
It was one of the most atrocious second halves I've seen.
Yeah, and you see Luka gets tired, he gets gassed, but you have to keep him out there. Then, like, everything else, nobody else is in rhythm. You know what I mean? So they're not hitting jumpers, shit like that. So, there's much smaller players, so it's a lot different.
We're brainstorming strategies, but
we're none of us are coaches.
It's not my job to stop them.
No, we're not my job to stop him.
No, deadass. I'm just
I
here to
really
watch.
don't have to think. I just have to sit back and watch. I don't have to contemplate
We bear
no type
witness.
of game plan.
It's been awesome.
That's it.
And I can't wait.
That's a fact.
It's going to be a big year for San Antonio.
What are the takeaways we got?
Some other ones I had was outside of the Victor Wembanyama stuff is the New York Knicks bench, 35 bench points.
That was
11
crazy.
players played, 11-man rotation. I feel like we saw very early on the changes that Mike Brown is going to implement to the Knicks. We're going to have more reliance on our bench. We're going to have more ball movement. OG Anunoby got involved with 24 points and 14 rebounds. Mikal Bridges also played really well. And he actually, I think he was second in the team in assists, only behind Jalen Brunson. If not, I think he might have had one more. Yeah, he had 6 assists, I believe, right? Yeah, so Mikal Bridges got involved. And I just think that the added responsibility on the players that are also very talented around Brunson and Cat is going to take the load off of Brunson and Cat. And this was a bad shooting night from JB and from Cat, and we still won. And I thought we had clear control of the game for the most part. And I understand the Cavaliers didn't have a fully healthy team. We didn't either, to be fair, but their players were Darius Garland,
everybody played.
Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson literally took control of this series years ago.
Said him first. Yeah, Josh
I mean, but for us, I'm just looking forward to when we play them fully healthy. I think that's going to be the best 2 teams in the East. Although, based on what I saw, you got some other teams in the East that are trying to make a name for themselves, like the Orlando Magic, that I think are going to be really talented.
That was a tough game that they swarmed out of.
They did.
The Atlanta Hawks were very disappointing opening night, and I'll get into them a little bit.
Video?
No, I didn't.
Bro, Pat Bev literally added Atlanta, added Trae Young, and he's watching the Hawks game. Like, he's on it like, oh, look, Trae Young, bad defense. Oh, look, Trae Young, blow by.
He's funny for that.
And if he does that for 82 games, he's the GOAT. Like, trolling like that is hilarious.
Yeah, that's elite hating.
I think the best thing for New York, though, is just the less responsibility for Jalen Brunson, funny enough, is we know Brunson, and what we saw last year was the ball's going to be in his hand. He's going to initiate everything. He's going to get his looks, and he's still going to do this in Mike Brown's offense. But what you want to see, especially in the regular season, is we don't need Jalen Brunson to be a 40% usage player. I'm a little hyperbolic,
and
but you know what I'm saying.
We don't need him to play 37 minutes a night.
Exactly. You don't need him. Oh, I've never seen them in this studio.
We don't need Mikal Bridges to lead the NBA in minutes played per game.
Exactly. Like, you guys went 10 or 11 deep last night. Of course, 11, 11. You had a couple pickups like Trey
Jameson, bro.
Trey Jameson, Jordan Clarkson, but then Tyler Kolek got some burn.
So well.
I think, especially in the regular season, and this Eastern Conference this year, like, it's not going to be a dogfight for a top 2 seed. Probably. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's probably not going to be a dogfight for the Knicks to secure home court advantage. You know what I mean? Cleveland's going to be there, but for the regular season, you want to be able to somewhat pace these guys. So once you get into the postseason, and you guys were going through 7-game series left and right, it felt like last year, they're a bit more fresh for the playoffs.
Yeah. The only other takeaway I have, and then I'm not going to get too greedy, was just the impacts that all the rookies made across the league in their first game. VJ Edgecombe was a star with 34 points. And if you guys want to speak more on that, you can. It was historic, 3rd most points ever in a debut. But Jeremiah Fears, 17 points. Cedric Coward, 14 points. Con Canepo, 11 points, 5 rebounds. Yegor Jemin in garbage time, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 22 minutes. He shot well.
Somebody has to play.
Trey Johnson has 16 and 5 for the Wizards. Dylan Harper, we talked about 15 points in 23 minutes. And Cooper Flagg was probably like the most disappointing, but he still finished with a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds. I just think that right now, he shouldn't be playing point guard. I don't think that that's his natural position. We know that's not his natural position, that he actually struggles with handle the most. And this could be his learning curve where he's becoming more comfortable as a ball handler. But I do think that in his first game of the year, a little bit too much responsibility on him, because there's ways to have him handle the ball and get better in that aspect without having to run the entire offense and be just a point guard.
Kid said he's going to be the point guard. And I'll be honest, fuck it. take the training wheels
Why
off.
not?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We got to see him when he's not playing Wemby, because you saw last night when he was going to the paint. He's
sure.
like,
He didn't take shots. He didn't take shots.
It was multiple occasions.
for sure.
Rim deterrence.
yeah,
rim deterrence. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Quietly.
No, I'm scared.
Quietly speaking, Keyshawn George might be the best young player in Washington. Quietly speaking. Because them French players, man, let me tell you. But yeah, Trey Johnson was good. Bub Carrington was
Solid.
He was solid. I'll just read off my tweet. I really don't feel like going back. Let me see.
VJ was great. I'm sure you'll
Nah,
speak on him. But
Kaishan was
I watched that up
mad
personal,
good
and
yesterday.
It was not fun.
No, VJ was fucking you guys.
Yeah.
Like, lubed up everything.
Like Maxi
yeah.
dropped 40 and
got
like no one even
X-rated.
talked about
I don't know if Dell's going to talk about this. Maybe he is because he's a
I'm at
Celtics
8K.
fan.
Derek White.
Derek White, 25.
Nice. Good job, Riff.
8K, baby.
For what? What was the tweet? I'm curious.
No, I'm just at 8K now.
Followers.
Yeah, followers.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been
But
good.
my major takeaway from that Sixers Celtics game was the fact that the Celtics are going to have one of the worst defenses in the league.
At least up front.
I don't even think I'm being hyperbolic about it. They don't have perimeter defenders that you trust. Like, Payne Pritchard's a liability. Sam Hauser started for them. He's a liability. And then you point to Jaylen Brown and Derek White, but with their increased offensive workload, they're not going to be able to lock in defensively like they were able to in years past. And then they don't have any rim protection. Like, what we saw Tyrese Maxey and Edgecombe do to them, they're special. There's no doubt about
To be
it.
fair.
But Derek White was getting violated, bro.
But he's never been an all-ball stopper. That's never been his thing. He's a team defender, help defender.
They don't have Drew no more, and that's going to hurt them. Like,
Also,
they're going to fall
they
off
choked.
defensively a lot.
Like, Boston,
They did choke.
I will say, like,
Xavier Tillman missed a wide open
Yeah,
layup to
like,
win the game
we can
potentially.
say all that, but like Boston choked the game. Like, they were up big,
Yeah.
and they just choked the game.
Quetta looked decent, though.
Queta looked decent,
Yeah, Philly has this really funny thing of just drafting guards, and they turn out to be studs. You know, Jared McCain, although it was a short stint, he
Michael
was really great
Carter-Williams.
for them last year. Michael Carter Williams for a year, was rookie of the year. He was awesome.
I don't know if I would put him in the stud
Yeah, he was
category.
nuts.
but-
Tyrese Maxey was a gem that they found, a beautiful
Markel
gem.
Fultz.
He was supposed to be amazing, got hurt, but now VJ Edgecombe.
Ben Simmons. Come on. You didn't say
Drew
Ben
Holiday.
Simmons.
Ben Simmons was definitely one we should
Like,
have
why
said.
didn't you say Ben Simmons?
Lou Williams.
Drew Holiday was another one. Yo, you fake it. Like, yo, Philly's
Did you say
low-key.
Drew Holiday already?
Yeah, Philly's low-key guard you. They have some really great guards. But yeah, I just VJ Maxey was awesome. John Morant, Zion, they put on the show
say
in their first
MCW?
game.
Yeah.
He did
Nice.
say MCW. The Walker Kessler was oddly great against Zubac.
That
That
was
was weird.
good. That was
I'm
good.
talking about like making
Clippers.
plays off the oop. Like
That was a box score game for me. I didn't watch it.
no, he
but,
was amazing.
that
like
was that game. The final score is hilarious.
he was amazing.
Bad first game.
It was
Terrible.
It was actually one of the worst
could've
first
never
games
gone
They
ever.
let up, what,
worst.
40 in the first
Dude,
quarter?
it was one of the worst first games ever.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Saw the Minnesota Blazers game. Ant was amazing. Portland's defense really good. If they had an offensive creator, this would be a legit team. I really believe that.
If they had a guy like Anthony Simons.
No.
Offensive creator, not initiator.
Well, a great
Honestly,
offensive player.
both.
So, like,
They don't
what
have
Shaden
either.
Sharp's supposed to. Let me say this.
He's a great six man.
I would argue it's Denny Advia.
That's the problem.
It is.
With all due respect.
I get what you're saying.
Denny's a good player.
Yes.
They need a guy.
They
And
need
I think
someone
had a
like
guy.
It
Josh
was
Hart.
supposed to be Shaden.
It's still
It's
he's
supposed.
He's
It's
21.
supposed to be.
He's year 3.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree. I think their team's really good
Jesus, Dehls. Just mic in my face.
Oh, my fault, bro.
though. This guy's been a dick all day. You
Oh
know?
my God.
Yeah, he doesn't start around the gap.
Startled me. I'm sorry.
Portland's a good team though. I like their team. I love the defensive versatility that they can do. I love the ball pressure that they have. I love that they have these two different side bigs so that they come in and it's a different Yang comes in, if that's even his name, comes in its offense metric, and then Klingon comes back in its defensive oriented. I love that
man.
Kamara's more he's more aggressive.
Hell
Drew
yeah.
Holiday and all these boys. They just need a guy. Maybe a guy or two. I even think
Not
they
Jeremy
need a head
Grant.
coach.
Jeremy
if
Grant
Dame
shouldn't
was-
lead the
if
league.
Dame
in
was
points.
healthy,
Lead
this would be a
team
good
in
team. Like genuinely, this would be a good team if Dame
Scoot
was
hurt
healthy.
too.
They need
bro.
a coach now.
Now, yes,
They have Thiago
You see
Splitter.
this? Facts.
yeah, they definitely need.
Yo,
a
get to the
coach.
real takeaway, bro. Because I'm ready.
What?
I'm ready. Talk about him.
Talk about
Call 12.
who?
Call him.
I'm tired of calling.
I guess Chauncey Billups is Mr. Big Shot.
I mean, he's working with the wrong people.
You know, Drew, I'm tired of calling because
he
for
picks
some
up all the
reason
time.
he always picks up for me, but other people refuse to call.
They don't call,
and that they need to call because night in night out he shows you what he can do. This team is garbage. Obviously, everybody's hurt. Everybody's hurt. They're missing all their guards, important ones. Missing all their centers. Jock Landale started. Can we be serious for a second? Played well. Not gonna say he didn't. Got fouled out. Jaren's whistle was nuts. A lot of those fouls was not on.
Yeah, they really.
Yeah,
he was almost at 4 and
he got fouled out.
Yeah,
again.
But early in the game, he was in foul trouble.
Cedric Howard was great. KCP was cool. Jalen Wells was good. Ja was special as always, especially in the clutch. He's great. What I loved about his shot chart is that it was cool 6 threes. Like it wasn't nothing. 2 of them were like late in the shot clock. But what I loved is it was a lot of mid-range stuff. A lot of floaters to not like before he even gets to the rim, a lot of mid-range. And then the mixture of getting to the basket. I don't want him to just go rim. That's how he gets hurt a ton. You know, elevate that game. And I felt like last year, you know, especially towards the back end, he showed a little bit of that mid-range. I think he was like 44%, but it was on the low attempts. Last game took a lot, and you saw it, the floaters there. If he can just continue to versatile that game, you know, I know he had 3 assists. A lot of guys missed.
Dude,
you know, I'm looking.
He had this one touch pass to the corner. That's when I paused it and I texted you immediately.
Yeah,
he was
awesome,
on timing. He got the pass from the player that was baseline. He is mid-air, volleyballs it to the corner, perfect.
He had this
splash.
This one pass when he was coming. He was full court. He just zipped it through, and of course, dude didn't catch it. But it's cool. You know, I ain't tripping about it.
What? He's a top playmaker or top passer in the league?
Top 10 easily.
I think that's fair. If you had to get 7. Controversial
would be 4.
Luka, Jokic,
Harden, LeBron.
Harden still, so LeBron still,
absolutely Harden.
Okay,
controversial. I'll say 4.
4.
I think he's like realistically 7, like Trae Young.
I think LeBron's still there. Facts.
Say 3.
Halliburton or Morant.
They're 2 different passers. I think Halliburton's more safer. He's a lot safer. Morant takes a lot more risk
for sure.
But he's like top 10 for sure. Probably like top 7.
LaMelo or Ja?
What?
I'm trolling.
Is what?
Passers. I'm trolling.
I don't know.
LaMelo takes risk.
I really don't. LaMelo.
They were having fun last night, man.
I'll be real. It's hard to assess LaMelo. I think he's a great passer. His teammates have sucked for like 3 years.
They
so he doesn't
great.
pass the.
They
play the Nets. You know,
but it looks awesome.
Like it's hard to really assess because he don't pass it, but I know why he doesn't pass it.
I was getting giddy watching. I really was.
I can't buy no hype that plays the Nets.
Can't call them the worst team in the league.
Can't call the Hornets the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. But yeah, he played.
Yo, Sayuan, show me some.
Stop.
He looked playable.
Yo, dude.
Yo, bro.
He looked playable against non-playable players.
Yo, chill. Sayuan looked good.
You gotta think the bar for him was below the floor.
The bar for him was
nothing.
Outduel the Celtics.
Nothing.
I mean, all he has to do is
knock
hit
your
open
shots down. That's all I ask. Knipple would look solid.
To be fair, Charlotte was good to start the year last year.
Their bigs look great.
They did.
They always look good early.
They've won 5 opening nights in a row.
Yeah, they always look good.
I just want Brandon Miller
to. Great
to
October team.
They are.
stay healthy.
Okay. Them in Utah.
That's when I talk my most.
Oh my God, Utah's another one. Utah's sneaky. Nice.
Great October team.
November.
Those
Right,
those
sensible.
Yo,
Bryce, yeah.
nice, bro. Send them over to Golden State.
It's always
What are
good
the takeaways we got? I
When
wrote
you
some
do
shit
it, it's
down.
not an issue. We'll take
You
it.
never need to be desperate.
Bro, we'll give them Moody.
The Magic's offense looked really good.
It did.
I think they scored 40 points the first quarter going up against the Miami Heat. Desmond Bane feel like he fit right in with Paolo and Franz. Jalen Suggs being able to play in this first game because he was questionable entering. You know, the Magic have been one of my team the last couple of years. I look at them as a Boston, as a Celtic mini version.
You dick ride them.
I do. I love those boys. I love
nice.
Franz and Paolo. A lot of dudes on this podcast try to pin them against each other.
I won't do that.
And I say, why can't we all live together?
It's only one dude.
Does.
But anyway,
I don't try to pin them against each other. People just say one guy's better than the other when we know who's the best.
Who's the people?
Who's the best?
Who's the people?
And we saw who was the offense ran through yesterday with Orlando, first game of the season? It was that guy, Mr. Franz Wagner.
Either way, I mean, they were both getting plenty of looks, but having all their guys there, Tristan da Silva was impactful off of the bench. They only had
downhill attacks.
They had 3 games last year scoring 125 or more points, and they did an opening night against Miami Heat. We made a very interesting game at the end. But we know the Magic's defense is going to be a really good unit. The fact that they showed they can have this sort of offensive output with Desmond Bane makes me, really high on the rest of the season.
People going to respect Desmond Bane. One way or another, you're going to respect Desmond Bane.
Talk, bro.
He kind of looks like Najee Harris, Fidel, in the face.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen it. I know why you said it. Yeah, I see
Loki looks like him.
Orlando was weird. They were down, and their defense was the biggest weakness for them in that game. And then they locked in. Miami, blew the lead. I like Norman Powell's debut. I think when Tyler Hero and him are on the court healthy, it gives them more offensive punch. Davion Mitchell played really well for them.
He played like a stud.
So I like what the Heat have. They're definitely better from last season. And the Magic, I mean, you
had
mentioned
Tyler Hero in that game.
Yeah, the Magic are awesome. And I just think that this is going to be the year that, Franz really thrives as a playmaker the most because of the improved spacing. We know what Desmond Bane is going to provide, but the pleasant surprise was Tristan da Silva.
Yeah.
If he can be a good floor spacer, that's what they need. They have the defense, they have the initiators on offense. They just really need to be a consistent shooting team, and they played with much more pace. Like, they had much more fast break points and offensive transition opportunities. I think they had about, if I'm not mistaken, I wrote it down.
What do we have?
They had 19 transition opportunities, and last season they averaged 13.9.
There we go.
Jamal Mosley made it a point of emphasis to be a faster team this year, and I think that helps everybody. That helps out Franz and Paulo's downhill scoring. That helps out the three-point opportunities when they're in transition, and now Desmond Bane is somebody that could capitalize because he's at his best when he's in transition taking shots. So Orlando looked really good.
But that's also what you should do when you're not a great three-point shooting team.
Slow it down.
No, speed it up.
Yeah.
Get easy buckets.
Get out and run.
Especially they struggled in the half court too last year, even when they have good initiators and playmakers.
They were a sluggish team. I think I didn't really get any bad vibes from anybody yesterday for the most part.
I mean, Atlanta.
For sure, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
But
Atlanta got
I
smoked.
thought Toronto could sneak up on
Elite
you.
vibes from Toronto. From
Yeah,
being honest, RJ had a banger.
Toronto could
Brandon
definitely
looked
is a
good.
team that can sneak up on you. But I still think Atlanta, you gotta give them a little bit of time. They got a lot of new faces.
Jalen Johnson looked great. Still.
He looked awesome.
I'm not selling like Atlanta stock just yet. I think they'll be good. They'll be fine. But I am kind of questioning whether or not they were a little bit overrated in the offseason. Only because like the Raptors had 86 points in the paint. Last year, Atlanta was bad, obviously on defense, and they allowed 50 points in the paint. Toronto was able to score as many points as they did, shooting 24% from three.
Well, look, they got out rebounded, I think, by
54 to 34.
Yeah. Because
And
Porzingis is a great rim protector. He's a good shot blocker. He's not a rebounder.
Their transition defense, Atlanta's, was absolutely garbage, like abysmal. This is definitely a game you just throw out. But I'm starting to have like serious concerns of whether or not you can build a team that can win with Trae Young. Like, I know that they made the Eastern Conference Finals a long time ago, but I feel like that time has kind of sailed. Trae Young is too inefficient as a player.
You don't think this is too jump the gun? It's one game.
Trae has been inefficient for years now.
I'm just talking about that Atlanta being a little overrated.
Well, I think Trae is ahead of the snake and 5 for 14, 1 for 7 from three.
Yeah.
He doesn't finish
better
well.
games, I'm sure.
He's a below average finisher. He takes deep threes, but he's never been a great three-point shooter. And he doesn't really succeed in the mid-range. I think the best part of his offensive scoring repertoire is his floater. That's where he's at his best.
He's one of the best passers in basketball.
No, I'm saying scoring repertoire. Scoring repertoire. And I just feel like at this point, I'm just expecting more from Trae. I'm expecting him to be an efficient player, and he's just not.
Well, he hasn't been an efficient player. So why are
You can't
expecting
expect something that's
Because
never
I'm expecting him to. That's what he needs to take a leap.
He shot 38% from three.
I feel like Trae is who he is at this point. I'm not really
That's when
expecting
he
a
had the
leap
best
from
in the
him.
league.
So that was the anomaly.
He was OD that year. That was 22. Or,
Well, I wouldn't consider him a bad shooter.
no, far from.
Yeah.
No, he's just percentage-wise, he's average.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise.
He doesn't take.
He's not going to get easy shots.
There
He's
also
just-
was nobody else on the team that you could trust on a consistent basis for Trae to just be like,
Like,
Now
I
I
think,
think you do.
like, I
you
think,
know what I mean? Like, no.
if I'm not mistaken, Trae Young is on his final year.
Yes,
And the Atlanta
he's
Hawks
a player option.
have not try to renegotiate a contract with him.
From the reports, they wanted to wait to the end of the year, see how this year goes.
I mean, that makes sense because he is not a player that I think right now you feel comfortable just giving that type of money.
They have
to.
the Pels pick, if I'm not mistaken.
They do.
He's had 2 years of what I would call great shooting. In 21-22, he shot 38%, 8 attempts. In 23-24, he shot 37% on 9 attempts.
Given the difficulty, yeah.
What was he last year?
Last year, he was 34% on 8.4.
38?
34%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can live with the 36 plus.
Yeah.
But
Even 35, I'm cool with it.
It's every other year, it seems like he locks in. Rookie year, 32. Sophomore, 36. Third year, 34. Fourth year, 38. Year after that, 34. Year after that, 37. Year after that,
He's
34.
also never getting set up to take any quality good looks either, which is due to his ability
his
to
own
play ball.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Atlanta was definitely piss
Garland,
poor.
Tried. Dejounte and didn't work.
They were
Chelsea not
awful,
PG
but I think on the flip side of that is just Toronto
It's a bad fit.
and how excellent they looked. Toronto
Yeah,
looked
Toronto
really
deserves
good.
credit for sure. I mean, I think a lot of people, we're doing it right now. Like, oh my God, the Hawks look terrible. We talked about Toronto on the preview show though. I think we all have on the 11 seed, like
11.
one spot out.
Yeah.
But we all said they could be a little higher.
Yeah, because they have the talent. Like the collection of talent is there. They're sure as hell paying like they're going to be a playoff team. But yeah, I mean, RJ looked great. Brandon Ingram looked great. Jakob is still great. There's nothing about this team that makes me think that they can't be a playoff team in the East. Like the talent is all there, and it's a great way to go out in game one and shut down a team that everyone was hyping up. No one was talking about the Raptors coming this season. Everyone was talking about the Hawks. I'm like, you know what? Shut the hell up. We're the better team right now.
Point Scotty leading the team in assists.
I didn't even say it. Scotty
big
Barnes.
deal.
Who cares
Emmanuel-
about the damn preseason, man? Scotty Barnes looked pretty damn good, I think.
Manuel quickly with the calmest 14 and
Who's
8.
guarding him? I didn't watch the game.
Well, let's really talk about the best player that was out there. Now it's RJ Barrett.
RJ was fantastic, yeah.
You don't get the right to do that, bro.
That's who was.
You said he would thrive
Brandon
as a
Ingram
six
looked
man.
good.
You said he would thrive as a six man.
He would thrive in any situation where he doesn't have a lot of pressure and he got the ball.
Well, he's not under a lot of pressure right
Always
now.
comes to that, man.
He'll maybe in a setting like where he has to fit around other players, maybe not. So
In terms of nicknames, is Starjay not top 3?
It's a great nickname. It's an awesome nickname.
But yeah, what you said about Brendan Miller, I think
Ingram.
people have kind of forgotten about him. Like,
Ingram.
oh, Brendan Ingram.
Yeah, I
I
meant
thought
to
you
say
said
Ingram.
Miller.
No,
Sorry.
for sure I did. I meant to say
Yeah.
Ingram though. Right here.
They have a cultivation of like really good players.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Grady
some
Dick had
solid
20
players,
points
for
too. We'll see if a lot of these things that happen in game
Brady
one.
Dick started last season amazingly.
He did,
Kind of
yeah.
fell off.
We'll
so.
see if these are anomalies or these are kind of what these teams are going to
So
be.
a long 82 game season, man. You'll get the up and downs.
Last night was a lot of good basketball though.
Yep. See how you just respond to the adversity.
Dude, that Pels Grizzlies game was great.
Yeah, I was glued to it, man.
Came down to the wire. Ja just clutched, honestly.
Yeah, Zion couldn't do it.
This wasn't what games that
You have
happened
to do
last
that,
night,
man.
but
You
just
didn't have to do that.
in regards to the first games of the season, the Rockets and OKC, Alperen Sengun hitting 5 threes.
Yeah, that shit was shocking as hell. They needed every single one
I'm
of
gonna
them.
be honest, they were all smooth too.
Yeah.
Like catching them in
One of
rhythm
them was a
just
walk
locking.
down. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
shit.
that too.
He's doing his thing, and I think Reece Shepard's going to be fine. People are overreacting.
He looked
against OKC.
horrendous.
Everybody.
No, I don't think his defense is going to be fine.
He looked like the worst player on the court.
No,
Well, he's not a defensive
dude,
player.
Lou Dortz beat him off the dribble.
He's not a defensive
Lou
player.
Dortz beat him off the dribble.
Am I
you don't need to be a
exaggerating?
defender to stop Lou Dortz from beating you up.
I know,
He was
but
bad.
I'm
it's about
exaggerating.
his
He looked like the
offense.
worst player on the court, comfortably.
Nah, Tari Eason was up there.
Tari didn't have good minutes.
Tari
But
Eason was
even
awful.
still, like
And they still must win.
Well, Reece Shepard, I think, is going to be fine. He's going to start. He's going to shoot better.
he's
He'll be
not going to
better
play
when he does-
Oklahoma City every time.
Yeah, he'll be better. But it was both sides. When you just, I'm not saying this because he's white, but when you just look him out on the court and you look everything that Houston's got, and then you look at Reed Shepard, you're like, something doesn't fit here.
They
like
need
they have
Reed
all
Shepard.
of these long, athletic, defensive-minded guys. And you need someone to, be opposite of that and go and get your bucket. But offensively, it was just, there was moments he would go and be super aggressive and look for a shot, and he would take a bad shot. There was times where he would be super passive and force a pass that wasn't there. It's game one and it's against a super tough team, so I'm not going to put too much stock into it. But when I look at what Houston is building, he's kind of the opposite of everything else that they have.
He's the same size as Fred VanVleet.
And Fred can guard.
Fred tries. Yes.
No,
he tries.
all right. I understand. I will never get mad at somebody if they attempt to play defense and they just can't. I think that's
Austin
fair.
Reeves.
I don't know if he attempts sometimes, but sometimes he does look like he gets
be a
lazy.
casual.
No, he does look like sometimes he gets very lazy. He
just
looks
gets
very
fried.
exhausted.
Payne Pritchard tries.
Yes, I watched him in Oregon, so I can comfortably say that he does try. I would never
6 years ago. At this point.
listen. That was actually not that long. He was a 4-year player.
Yeah.
I would never get mad at somebody for trying, but when you are not trying, or you're trying and you're getting beat by the 4th, 5th guy on the court, it becomes a serious problem.
Liability.
It gets to a point where you're like, yo, dude, Steph ain't the best defender in the world. He ain't getting cooked by the 5th, 4th dude. Like, it happens once. And it blew like that one time Lonnie Walker was frying him. They were all tough shots, though. Like, Reed Shepherd.
Lonnie did go
Like, he was just face up, cook. But Steph was there every time. It's just like life. Reed is getting beat off the dribble by every single player
terrible.
on OKC.
Reed needs to just be an offensive floor spacer for them.
And I love the aggression he had on some of the shots he took. It's just, if you're not hitting shots and you're that bad on defense, it's going to be hard to play you.
They were good looks. They were
like,
good looks.
I wasn't mad at the offensive looks.
Do you
Some
want
of
to
the
know?
parking lot threes was crazy.
You want to know one of my takeaways, and maybe this was just me over analyzing. I get it. Şengün's cooking. Şengün was having an amazing game. He was the best offensive player
They
for
take
the
the ball
Rockets.
out of KD's hands and not give it to him.
I think down the stretch in the 4th quarter, KD was kind of being a little bit too lax.
I know. I was
and he was
pissed.
kind of
But
just giving the ball.
That's what Ime too, to get like, yo,
But
you need to get KD the ball.
I loved it from KD recognizing, yo, Şengün got it going. This is the guy tonight. I'm gonna give it to.
KD need
End
the
of
ball.
the day,
He need the
you're
ball.
Kevin Durant.
He need the ball.
You go and you end this game right now.
I really
They
didn't
miss
even
free
think
throws.
like I think that KD, he was like what you said, he was being chill about it. Like he wasn't demanding the
game, I
ball.
get it.
There was a point in time where he was though, and they didn't pass it to him anyway.
That too.
And I feel like they kind of iced him out the clutch time offense. I don't think it was intentional at all.
KD, I watched him actively inbound the ball, take it up, give it to Şengün, and just be like,
First game.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
He a vet. He understands
But
what he needs to
he
do.
needs to be the guy in the clutch.
Yes.
That's
So
what
you-
they brought
that's
him
what
in.
you
for.
traded for KD for those moments. And don't get me wrong, Şengün was amazing. Şengün looked like he took a leap in his own game too. Don't know about the 3-point shot. We'll see about that on a down and down. But nevertheless, in the clutch moments, you give the ball to KD, you get out the way.
What
There's
about
a
a
point-
men's 3-point shots?
Oh,
Well, one was
can't
on the
shoot.
line. One was on
He
the
was
line.
like
That
0
was
for
a 2.
7.
Yeah, he can't. That might have been his only misses. I'll be honest.
did they say what his injury was?
No, they have not checked on it. Wait, why are you doing that?
Because in
Why?
the preseason he hit like a 3 in the preseason, and we're like, oh, it's gonna be beautiful. But
No,
0 for
we
7
didn't.
from 3 is.
It's
Listen,
tough.
he's trying.
Well, hold on.
I like that he's trying.
Gotta. If
But
you're open.
Şengün's making them.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah.
What
Well,
the fuck does that have to
what are
do
we
with anything?
are we
What are you
arguing who's a
doing?
better shooter?
You brought it up as
Who's
if
a better player?
Why do you do this?
Al Peren.
Why do you do
Isn't that the
this?
guy y'all said should be replaced by Jalen Green? The Rockets
Whoa.
were better without Alperen Şengün at one point, right?
Stop saying
I said it's
you
one or the other.
guys.
I
Didn't
said
you
it was
say
one
that?
or the
No,
other.
he did.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
He did.
I said one or the other.
And you leaned with JG.
You know he was there with Jalen Green.
JG, man, we can't forget about that February 2
Now
years
there was a
ago.
few times where I think Ahmed had the ball like 5 times in a row, and I was like,
What the Suns play last?
KD's not gonna get the ball. Okay, interesting.
Can't say.
But I did like how Amen started,
back and
though.
one.
I like that he's shooting the ball.
I like that too, but I was more so enjoying watching him just get the ball, be aggressive, go to the cup.
rim.
Go to the cup.
Kaysen could not guard him.
He
Go
couldn't.
to the rim.
No,
bro.
he couldn't. He genuinely couldn't.
But that's
spacing
really
is
going to be
wonky.
the
I hate
that's going to be the swing factor for a man though. So
Can't shoot.
I like that he's taking shots. He should average at least 5 3 attempts per game.
Oh hell no!
Five
Five's
seems
a lot.
aggressive.
5 is nuts.
I think he should.
I think 3. Maybe 2.
Maybe against OKC it was 7 because you really can't penetrate them.
No, I need 2 of those to be mid ranges. Respectfully.
I understand that, but
If you're going 0 for 7, brother, you don't gotta take 5. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
don't need, no, it's just
next
no
game we
reason.
go 2 for 5.
Honestly, there was moments where he could have just went to the rim, but you have Steven Adams and Şengün out there. He can't get to the rim, and then all those cutting opportunities are also not there.
Well, that's why Reed's development is huge for them because then they don't have to play
needs to start.
such a congested
start.
lineup.
I'm talking about like we need to cut Adams. It should be a one big thing. I really don't think they should play
Two's
too
nuts.
big. I think it doesn't make sense. Like it's just not gonna.
They don't have enough spacing.
They were
don't.
trying to contend with OKC size as well. I don't think
I
they
feel like
needed
was
to,
playing
but
it was too many minutes. With like it's just you don't have enough shooting. That way you bottle up KD at
how
the
long
top
is
of the key.
DFS out for?
I don't know.
And then for Golden State and the Lakers, Golden State looked amazing. They picked up right where they left off last year.
That game pissed me off.
Jonathan Kuminga was awesome.
Yeah,
he fit with the lineup out there. He started.
You know I love Kuminga.
And then as for Luka, I mean, Luka, he played really well.
Awesome.
Didn't shoot that well from three, but overall really did all he can to keep them in the game.
Giving him some bullshit calls, I'll say that.
I'm just very curious on how the Lakers are gonna be able to build
walk
a
me
team
through that
around him.
because
I'm so glad you're talking to him, bro. I have no desire to talk about
No,
us.
because Drew, you wasn't here that episode. That's why it's funny to me. Me and Dehls were here, and we were either getting screamed at or screaming at him because he proclaimed that the Lakers had an amazing offseason.
They did.
Okay, fine.
But what they could do.
Fine. No, he never said that. He never said that.
There's
He never
a
said that.
difference
He
with
said
what
they
they
had
can
an
do.
amazing offseason.
Marcus Smart
now
was
all of
fine.
a sudden, Luka's team is ass. They're not good. Aiden sucks after we were telling him, yo, dog, Aiden's not
Aiden
that
doesn't
good.
suck. Aiden just doesn't
is
try.
Awful.
He's dead ass better than anything they had last year. Facts.
Did you see how he played?
Respect.
Still.
Yo, Jackson Hayes played better than Aiden.
Okay. Sure.
There's a difference
But
between
so
having a
that's
good
a player
offseason
that's better than
and having
anything
a
we had
good
last
offseason
year.
where you
The
could
rotation
have.
last year was
It was Jackson Hayes. There was no
Hayes
one
and
else.
Jameson.
Did you see any change that made you feel like this rotation is better? Outside of Marcus Smart, Marcus Smart was really good.
Marcus Smart was really good.
On the defensive
Give
side.
him his props.
He's a flopping fuck,
Yeah,
too.
he almost injured Steph.
He almost injured himself.
I don't love that, but I love the flopping. Honestly, I'm pro.
Yeah, he
I'm pro
almost
flopping.
hurt himself multiple times.
I mean,
pro
listen,
flop.
man. I think that the Lakers.
Give me the ball back.
Him and Horford
A
arguing
big-
with each other and shit, bro. It's like this ain't right.
I just think
he's a
the
demon, bro.
the biggest
That's
reason
a
why I'm
layup.
so low on them
Killed it.
is that I just think that LeBron
Three-point
James is
shooter, man.
untrustworthy. I just think so. I think, if they had
Dude, the roster fucking sucks.
the roster is mid.
sucks.
But
It's not even
if you
LeBron. The
had-
roster sucks.
If you had a reliable second option that could come in,
No
it'd be a lot
second
better.
option can make Aiden good, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying about Ian Good, but just the team as a whole. Like I think,
Brother, if they had good role players and good bigs, this wouldn't be an issue. This isn't a LeBron problem. This is a roster problem.
this is partially a LeBron problem. Yes,
If you
the
had,
lack of flexibility from the Lakers is partially
I'm
a LeBron
not saying
problem.
if you had
It is.
fucking 2018 LeBron on this roster, but if you had LeBron who's played like LeBron the last 2 or 3 years, with this roster you have around him, it doesn't matter.
Nah, maybe
I understand.
LeBron, he didn't play.
Even with LeBron, Luka, they're not a contender.
No.
Obviously, they have a lot of flaws
I
on
don't know
the
if they're going
roster.
to playoff
They would have been in the
But-
game with LeBron.
I can't believe
Hey, no!
That was some dumb shit.
you really said that.
With what?
This is LeBron's fault.
What do you mean? Like LeBron's fault? How? Like that they lost this way or
No,
what?
bro. The team.
Well, he didn't play, so it can't be their
Okay.
fault.
Yeah.
LeBron James is actively complaining to the media, not himself, but through multiple sources.
What's that, bro?
We saw him on the bench look visibly distraught.
He did look. Yeah.
There are reports that
I'll be
he's
distraught watching the game,
there.
too.
There are
Did you watch
Got
the
tips.
game?
There-
Miserable.
there are reports that he's
They were losing the whole
unhappy
game, to
with
be
the
fair.
Lakers.
Oh, I'd be
Wouldn't
happy.
you be?
Okay, yes, I would be,
Handle
but
down
it's
20,
also
man.
causing bad energy within the Lakers because he's the one that accepted his player option to come back to the team, and the Lakers could make no moves because they're paying Luka and him.
Player makes all NBA second team, decides, I'm going to take my max money. What I could do actually is opt out. I could ask you for more money or I walk.
Well-
but I'm deciding to opt in and actually take less money. I'm
No, he
taking
didn't
less
take
money.
less. He should
take the
No,
minimum.
What do you mean
because
take
if
less money?
LeBron would have opted out, he would have asked for a max 1 year minimum. You're
That is
giving
true.
me the max amount of money you can. He
Well, I'm
didn't
leaving.
do that actually.
That's true.
He opted in
Which took
and
less
took
money.
less.
That's a fact.
What fans wanted him to do was be
Take a pay cut.
irrational
Yeah.
and say, you know what?
Trade me.
Do me a solid, LeBron. Please, can you please take 20% less? Could you do that? No, but could you take more than that, please?
Why couldn't Luka
It's
take less?
LeBron James.
Well,
Of
he
course
signed.
wasn't
He
gonna
did
do
take
that.
less.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
down
saying-
the road, though.
he had to take less because he can't. He
couldn't get the super
He couldn't
max.
get the super
Yeah,
max.
I mean, if you look at Luka's contract, he's on one of the most insane pay cuts for a superstar player.
that's because he got traded.
Yeah. So he did take less, you know.
I just think-
he took much less than his worth. I think
Blame
that with LeBron
LeBron's
James,
fake nuts.
it's him opting in is a big reason they have
We didn't get
flexibility.
the-
No,
they
him
would've
asked
opting
for more
in.
money.
They were gonna have flexibility no matter what.
No, we weren't. We're blaming LeBron because LeBron
Don't say
is the
we.
one that.
No, no.
He's not the only one. He's not the only one.
I'm
You're not
upset.
the
I'm
only
upset.
one.
Let me finish. I'm upset at LeBron James because he is already complaining about the situation when he opted
As he
into the
should.
situation. He opted into this.
Okay. So
Why are you
what?
complaining about this if you opted into it?
You thought they would make
We don't complain. We didn't give Bradley Beal any grace when he signed a max with the Wizards.
Beal.
We're like they're trash.
The Wizards.
But LeBron knew that this team wasn't going to compete, and he opted in.
That's incomplete.
Like, if you ask me, I think the best case scenario for the Lakers to build this roster long term around Luka, because I just don't think the LeBron and Luka thing is going to net in anything because they just don't have the roster to do it.
Luka, yeah.
They have to trade LeBron for something to get
LeBron's not getting
assets.
traded.
What are you going to get for a player option of LeBron?
You're not trading
40.
LeBron because LeBron's not waiving his trade clause. He's not leaving.
There's a trade
So
clause.
he's pissed off, is unhappy with the situation, but opted into it and refuses to get traded.
Yes, LeBron is pissed off because he allegedly had an A+ offseason. They fucking stink. Yes, that is exact. I would be pissed too. I'm on the bench and I'm watching a 7-footer fucking take hook shots and missing. I'm watching Marcus Smart flop on the floor. Gabe Vincent sucks. Jared Vanderbilt still can't score.
Maxi Kleber didn't
I'd
play.
be sitting there mad as fuck like this too. This shit is ass. We are
dog shit.
garbage.
It's dog shit.
I'm Luka and 1. We're down 15 points. I don't care.
They should have
I'd be mad
left.
too. Yes, I'd be aggravated. Jackson Hayes minutes. Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
He was great, all
Yeah.
things considered.
Fucking hell. We got 8 and other teams got Wemby and the Joker and shit. I walk around with DeAndre Ayton as my center, bro. Yeah, I'd be
Goddamn.
mad too, bro. Hell yeah. They had Will Richard, a fucking second rounder on Golden State, playing better than 80% of the Lakers
They
roster.
look decent.
Yeah, I'd be infuriated. I'd ask for a trade tomorrow, but I can't.
I hope he does. There was a friend of mine actually
I hope he does.
proposed
Why
this
are you
trade to me.
saying this?
That really
Because
means
it's
Luke
better
is
for
fucked.
LeBron and it's better for the Lakers if they get
Who's
assets
gonna
back from
trade
LeBron.
him?
Realistically, yeah.
Who's gonna
what's
trade
the,
for
what's the
LeBron?
package?
So
What's
they
the
said,
team?
so this is
I'm
my
about to say
friend.
DG and
My
Jared
friend
Allen.
proposed this package.
Jesus Christ.
It was, would you do this package, right? If you're the Dallas Mavericks, to try to unite LeBron, AD, and Kyrie and Flag, so they'd have all of them. Would you trade Derek Lively, PJ Washington, Klay Thompson, and Pigs and a pig?
First of all, the Lakers are saying no. It's flag or nothing, brother.
Flag? What?
He's cooking.
No.
That's what the Lakers.
If I was a Lakers, bro, if they get Derek Lively, would be a massive upgrade. PJ Washington,
Really?
Derek Lively would be really good role players for them, for sure.
Yeah, it would still be Luka and nobody though.
There's no world Cooper Flag gets traded right there.
No, I'm with you.
Okay,
That's-
okay,
I
okay.
think first of all, I don't think it's a world LeBron gets traded.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
But,
just
like,
think that too
you bring
many
in
of the
Klay
good
Thompson,
teams
Klay Thompson's gonna
are
retire.
over the second apron.
There's a world.
Klay Thompson adding was nuts.
This
He's
is the
off the
money.
bench for
That's
Dallas.
just the money.
He sucks.
But yeah, like I just think the Lakers are stuck. And honestly, bro, like the
Maybe trade
Lakers,
Luka.
the Lakers post 2012,
Calm down.
it's been quiet. Like nobody has really noticed it because I think it's been masked. But after 2012, the Lakers are a terribly run organization.
We know this.
Kobe
Sure.
Bryant, awful final years.
Yeah.
LeBron James making a decision to go and play for them saved the
Literally saved the
PR
organization.
and vision
Yeah, for sure.
of how they ran. Even with the
87,
LeBron era, like how many years has LeBron been on the Lakers and they've actually been able to compete for something?
3 years.
3?
3.
3 years.
Three.
3 years.
I'll say 2.5 because 1 year was a half.
Fair enough. I only say the 3 because we were number 1 in defense. LeBron doesn't twist his ankle against the Hawks.
the
We could
first
go
year?
back to back. Year 2. No.
Year
Year
three.
3.
Year
Year
three.
3. Year 2 with AD.
Yeah.
Year 1, he gets injured, whatever. We weren't competing for shit. Year 2, we win a chip. Year 3, he fucks up his ankle. That ruins the entire vibe. AD gets hurt. And if AD doesn't get hurt, we could still go on a run. And then the 2 years after that, because 2022, we were horrendous.
in the WCF.
In 2023, we went to WCF.
That was the
And
half
then last year, I would label that as a no.
No, I'm saying no because we lost in the first round and got embarrassed.
So over like 50% of the time,
Hey, man, they got a
really
ring.
have not been competing for
gotta
what
say,
LeBron James should be competing for every single year, you know? And I just think that now, instead of Anthony Davis being the guy stuck with the mess, it is Luka Doncic stuck with the remains of
I
the
trust.
Lakers.
So this
I
is where
trust.
it all stems from.
Absolutely.
Feels bad.
but you
for
don't
Luka.
trust.
Absolutely.
You don't trust
That's
him.
what
I trust him.
we've got
Trust
to the
who?
main
Luka.
ingredients.
He got us.
Well,
You don't
well,
trust everything around
Luka's an
Luka.
exceptional player, but I don't trust the
100%,
organization.
but
No, I don't.
Luka's gonna draw to.
He just has
They
It's
did.
already
You
been
gotta
lost.
think they did sell the. They
Don't worry,
did
we
new
got
ownership there.
time. Lucas.
How many draft picks you have?
None. But Lucas trade. Lucas trade to us was not meant for last year or this year. Last year maybe we It's it sucks. I'm not
It was
gonna lie.
And then Reeves is getting traded or getting the bag.
Don't worry, we gonna be all right because this was a long-term vision
Type shit. You
Because
wouldn't even be here long
there
term.
weren't.
So like, you know,
Yeah,
like, what are you
got one
saying
foot
to
out
us?
the door.
Yeah, like, what are you saying to us?
Like New
right
York
now?
looking decent. I
They
don't
trying to
know.
convince us for
The
what?
AC
Smoke the
long-term
Cavs.
vision wasn't that long. The
Type shit.
long-term vision with Luka, that's actually real. It's not about this year, brother. Relax.
He's dumb.
Trust that
It
Luka.
should be about this year.
Luka
Should be
got
about every
us.
year. He feels like.
It's
Because
just-
LeBron's. It might be LeBron's final year. Who knows? LeBron got us. Luka got us.
if
Relax.
a GM doesn't make
You're
a
cooked.
stupid trade again, like how are the
Bro,
Lakers going
LeBron
to really
didn't
become
play last
contenders?
Relax.
No, I think
2 nights
that-
ago.
I do understand though Joel's sentiment because as a Steph fan, I hate that Golden State has not made it every year trying to win.
You
Trying
just
to
got
win.
Jimmy. Relax.
Trying to win. No, I'm saying now. Eventually,
they
it
did, yeah.
took a while for them to even do. And even then, they still was taking a moment like, should we go get Jimmy? Like, so I get that part. It's just rough night to have that conversation after no LeBron play.
Yeah.
Like if LeBron played, he played like shit and he looked old.
Oh,
Valid.
dude.
He's looked old in the playoffs last year or two, right?
Huh?
LeBron, was he good in the playoffs last year against Minnesota?
Are you asking
I'm
or
asking you, really. I didn't watch that series and was like, man, LeBron is
he looked good
incredible.
defensively. Defensively, he was really good.
Defensively?
He was locked.
Okay. Was he incredible in the playoffs? I'm
They
asking.
only played 5 games.
I know.
fair.
Was it 5? I thought they got swept.
No,
It felt
Yeah,
like
they
a
won a
sweep.
game.
They won a
I
game?
They got one.
Okay,
I
okay.
think.
Because of Luca.
Possibly.
Was it
Probably,
LeBron?
Yeah. LeBron. Luka's the
Anthony
best
Edwards
player on the
outplayed
team.
both of them.
I'm not gonna slander Luka.
Facts.
I'm not gonna slander him. It's literally my
Luka was the
franchise
best player on the team. So
Our defense was questionable. I'll leave it at that.
You're questioning Luca's defense now?
Yeah,
100%.
a bit. The world has. Not the only one.
What about LeBron's age? Old ass
Should've
in the
taken his
playoffs.
3.
Ain't doing nothing in the fourth.
Congrats.
Flags.
Gassed.
He's earned that.
Gassed.
He's earned that. Holding, you think, or
I
what?
don't know.
Somebody got hit in the
Defensive,
face.
maybe?
I'd love. Oh, it doesn't
Damn,
look-
bro.
Oh, it does look
yeah,
like
it's
to be
going
on the
on the defense.
defense.
I'm
Haha.
trying to tell you.
Imagine picking the Vikings, bro.
Okay,
Who's rooting for the Vikings?
we are.
You picked
You guys,
them.
you picked the
You
Vikings.
guys-
Picking does not mean rooting.
No, that's what
Why
I
would you
do.
root for the Chargers? Like, what do you have against?
I don't have anything. I just picked them because Jets
Oh.
on the field.
So you might as well root for them, though.
I'm rooting for
As
Minnesota.
long as Jets get 100, I'm good.
Bro, I'll give
Valid.
you the limited edition Jets hat if you start running gas.
Dude, you're cooked.
Oh.
You can't bribe me out of this.
Come on, bro. You know
What was the penalty? Holding?
Now they pass interference, I want to say.
NFL trade deadline predictions. The NFL trade deadline is coming up, and there's a lot of notable names that right now are on the block, according to sources. They might get moved, they might not. Some of these names that we have up here are probably, I guess, like unrealistic names. But we're just having fun here and trying
Let's
to
have some
predict
fun.
some things. So, okay, first name up,
They're in OT right now. Indiana's up.
Max Crosby. If Max Crosby were to get traded, which he probably won't because of the dead money, but where would you want to see
Screaming
him?
Dallas.
Easily
Screaming Dallas.
Detroit. That's not a question. I'd want him to go to Detroit. Him, Aleem McNeil, and Aiden Hutchinson.
I like Riv's call for Dallas.
He's just screaming Dallas
He's a
right now.
superstar that Jerry would like. He's a recognizable face. Get him out of the conference. I like Dallas.
I like Philly too.
I like the Cowboys a lot. Run defender, pass rusher.
Yeah.
I feel like the Cowboys should kind of be buyers because they have a offense that is one of the best offenses in the league. So
Yeah.
if they
Electric.
just had a better defense, they could maybe go on a run.
They like Micah Parsons. So.
Trey Hendrickson, another player that reports have said that is probably not going to get traded, but if he did get traded, what team do you want him to go to?
I had the Colts down. I think you have another edge rusher opposite of Latu. The Colts offense right now is the most efficient offense in NFL history since 2000. So the offense is moving. The defense could still use some help. If you have him and Latu on the edge, it's going to be a deadly duo.
And maybe the Buccaneers. Maybe go ahead and understand that the Buccaneers have a window right now. Yes, they're pretty injured and it sucks, but they could use some help on the defensive line too.
But Dallas going crazy.
Philly.
I like the 49ers for Trey
I
Hendrickson.
like that. Yeah.
Send
Did you say Philly for everyone?
No, I got a couple going, but like send the third. He's on expiring.
Third is
Probably a second, but conditional second. You know what I mean? He gets.
We're getting this.
plays X
We're
amount
getting
of
this
time.
one pick back from you guys. Is it you guys? It's somebody this year. If somebody plays a certain amount of snaps, or he gets something, but we're getting a conditional back. Philly.
So now let's get into some realistic trade targets. Jalen Phillips on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are probably looking to sell off their talent. Jalen Phillips is probably the top edge rusher that might get moved.
Am I crazy for saying Cincinnati?
I think a little bit.
I think they
Just
still,
because they don't, if they're not going to re-sign Hendrickson, why are they going to trade a pick then re-sign Phillips?
I feel like you still need a little bit of help on defense.
They need a shit ton of help on
they
defense.
want to still make the playoffs, so why not get a guy opposite Trey Hendrickson?
I think he's going to the Chiefs.
Of course you do.
I think the Chiefs are going to get an edge rusher, and I think they're going to get Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, I mean, not wanting to see another team get stacked, it's like the Buffalo Bills come to mind. Like the Buffalo Bills could definitely use some defensive line help, but that's in division. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
That's why the first thing that came to my mind for whatever reason was like the Panthers. Like the Panthers could use some edge rush presence too.
I don't know if they'll do it just because of how banged up they've been this year, but the Commanders need some help on defense.
Fair
That'd be
enough.
a good. Of course, they're not paying Jane Daniels yet. They're not paying him yet. But Jaden's banged up. The receiver's been banged up. It's still early and they're hovering around 500, but they're playing KC this week, so I don't know if they'd make the move.
That's
this year.
another great team that would be candidates for Max and Trey, honestly. So that's a great name.
Another Dolphins edge rusher, Bradley Chubb.
Reunite him in Denver.
I don't know. I think both of those guys don't leave. If I had to say, I think Jalen makes sense. Injury, due for money soon. Bradley, I don't know. That's tough.
Maybe Niners on the low.
Niners a good shout.
Yeah,
Niners a good shout.
They of course losing Bosa is going to hurt.
With the legs.
Bryce Huff has been good, but I think the Niners are going to make a move this deadline at edge or at linebacker potentially.
Yeah, and there's a couple that are available right now for trade. I have Bradley Chubb going to the Lions.
I was going to say Lions are a great name too.
Not like a marquee guy, but it gives them some depth. And I like the way that Al-Quadin Muhammad has been playing for them. He's been playing really good, and he's been a compliment to Aiden. Next name up, the big star offensive player that might be on the move. It's Breece Hall. Where does he go to?
He just screams Chiefs, bro. Like, I really feel like he fits everything they want to do in their offense. And they have one of the worst running backs in the league.
Yeah, I also had the Chiefs. I don't know if Kansas City's going to do it, but I'm looking at
Chicago?
it. Maybe, but Monangai and Swift have been really good the last couple of weeks. I don't know if they'll do it.
Struggling, maybe.
But right now, like, Breece Hall could probably have, like, if you want him tomorrow, 4th round pick, I think gets it done. The Jets don't want to re-sign him. But I look at Kansas City, like, what you look at the AFC right now, that this is, of course, the Chiefs are favorites every year and they go to the Super Bowl damn near every year. But this is a year where Buffalo's defense feels as worse as it's ever been. The Ravens are screwed up and Joe Burrow's hurt. Why not trade a day 3 pick to get a real difference maker? Breece Hall is number 1 in terms of explosive rush rate. He just doesn't have any touchdowns this year because the Jets are never in the damn red zone. He's still a really good running back. He's a great pass catcher. And I'd love to see him with an actual creative offensive mind that could use him in the passing game.
I will say this. If he goes to the Chiefs, I'll be elated from a fantasy perspective. As somebody that has long-term stock, both. I'd be elated to watch this offense every single week because I think now, you replace the Pacheco runs with Breece Hall runs. We're talking about home run hitting touchdowns instead of like just 4-yard gains, to be honest. But I feel like with the Chiefs, it's between a running back and an edge rusher. I don't know if they make a trade to get both. So if it's between those two needs, I think edge rusher is the more dire need because even without Breece Hall, this is going to be a top 3 offense in the NFL. So would a running back elevate it? I guess even more so. Yeah, but is that where they need the most help? No. So with Breece Hall, I had a trade to the Cardinals.
Cardinals were definitely a team that entered my mind. But I was like, James Conner's still there.
But with the injury, what's his future?
They invested a second in Trey Benson.
And Trey Benson right now is on IR. So I think that like Breece Hall, he would go to Arizona, and I think he'd improve their run game. He'd improve their offense. And that's like the non-sexy pick for Breece Hall. But I think about the other teams that have been interested in a running back or that have been linked to Breece Hall. It's been the Chiefs. And I mentioned the reason why I don't think they'll eventually get him. The Bears, Swift, and Monangai are playing really well. And then the other team is the Chargers. And with the way Dehls playing and Omari and Hampton coming back eventually in the season, I don't think that they go and make a trade for running back. So I think the Cardinals are the team that I view as like running back needy and could use him.
Yeah, I'm just praying it's not the Chiefs, man.
Jacoby Myers.
Buffalo.
I had the Steelers. I feel like you need an opposite receiver of DK. You got Calvin in the slot, and this is a team that's going to be going for the division.
They need somebody.
I'm nuts to say Denver.
No.
We're not going to trade in
division. Do you think?
Not going to trade in division.
We've
make
seen
you
it
better.
Come on.
Hawkinson?
Sure. Is that your only example?
I mean, that's a big player.
I don't think you rule it out.
Hear me out. Washington.
Debo and Terry.
Terry.
Hurt.
Yeah, but
they're both going to be playing this week.
I like the
both fraction,
Steelers shout a lot. I think Pittsburgh desperately needs another receiver.
I like Pittsburgh too.
I jotted down the Patriots, just the reunion. He used to play there. That's it.
They said Vrabel said that he likes the receiving core. Like Booty's had some moments.
Diggs.
Demario Douglas had some moments. Diggs. Hunter Henry's been solid.
They definitely need another guy.
Apparently, they've been looking more for defensive players than offensive players.
But I don't think that like Jacoby Myers being there doesn't like do anything significant for them.
No.
They could probably live without that.
But reunites,
Yeah,
goes
the
back to New
Patriots.
England.
Kobe's
Pretty cool.
kind of a bucket, man.
He's all right.
He's
He's
solid.
quick. He's good separator, good hands.
It'd be a nice piece for them.
Yeah, he'd be
I'd love him on
probably
the Broncos.
the second best receiver. Unless,
Yeah.
Unless you think
You count
he's
Diggs?
better than Diggs right now.
I don't
Next
know, Keyshawn's
receiver,
not bad.
he might not get traded, but Chris Olave. This is where I had the Bills swooping in. If they're going to trade for any receiver, I don't think it's someone like Jacoby Myers. He's solid, but I feel like it's somebody that's a tier above that, and I think that's Olave.
Okay, I respect the Bills. I most definitely, if I'm the Broncos, I'm overly aggressive trying to get Olave.
Sneaky one. Hear me out. Giants.
I also
Love
had
it.
the Giants, Riv. I think, of course, when Malik Neighbors is there, you have a great duo. But
Young,
right
too.
now, you still want to see, like, Jackson Dart's been great, but you want him to continue to be great. And, shout out to the guys I got. Wandell Robinson and Theo
Facts.
Johnson's had some games, but go get Olave. You could continue to develop Jackson Dart. Then when Malik's healthy next year, Malik and Chris Olave, all of a sudden you got a great wide receiver duo.
Logan Wilson just requested a trade from the Bengals. For me,
saw that.
I listed the Cowboys. Linebacker help.
Cowboys.
Overshown is coming back, but they still need another linebacker. I think Logan Wilson would be a good buy low guy.
I like the Cowboys. If the Broncos just want to make their whole identity like defense and we're unsure of the health of Dre Greenlaw, just got suspended for this game for the most ridiculous thing I ever seen. Honestly, it's insane that he even got suspended. But then Alex Singleton after that, and we understand that Alex Singleton is definitely a liability in coverage. Like if that's what we want to do to clean up our holes on defense, then I'm on board with that. But I definitely like Dallas. They definitely need the linebacker help.
I wasn't expecting a Logan Wilson trade request.
Neither
I'll
was
be
I.
honest. You just usually don't see linebackers, especially like non-edge rushers, request a trade.
And last name, another Jet, Michael Carter II.
Honestly, I think Quincy is more likely to get traded. I think both of them can get moved. I have Quincy. I know this is not Michael Carter, but I have Quincy going to the 49ers. You get to reunite with Saleh. You need a replacement for Fred Warner. Of course, he's not Fred Warner by any means, but someone just to, damn, that's a terrible throw. Someone that can fill in a void. He showed that he could be an all-pro level player. The last couple of years, he's been banged up, not playing at his level, but I feel like you get him back with Saleh at 100%, he could be good. Michael Carter, I don't know if anyone's trade for Michael Carter, I'll be honest.
The only one that comes to my mind off the top of my head that could use another corner, but Michael Carter is your
He's our nickel. But
I was
we
gonna
have
say
we traded for Jarvis Brownlee, and he's played really well the last few weeks, so I think they're kind of over.
because
it.
even still, like
Carter.
I can't say Philly because of course we know who their nickel is. So like,
But he's playing on the outside now.
who you were saying Michael Carter,
Cooper.
which you should do that because you need to
He had the rep against Jet.
Jettis that he broke up a tutty.
But
Listen,
he's
I think
all over the place. They don't always have
I was
him
gonna say
outside.
Cooper's a Swiss Army knife on that defense, and I think you.
It was just Jackson got hurt. Adoree got hurt.
Yeah. I would
awful.
like any sort of secondary help for the Eagles.
For the
so
Eagles.
Michael Carter II, Reek Woolen comes to mind, who there have been reports that the Seahawks and
I've
him,
been trying to trade him for
yes,
a minute.
it's not a scheme fit, but I don't know if they trade him to an NFC team.
Yeah, like a contender.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, Reek Woolen on the Eagles, I think.
You think he fits our scheme?
No, because you guys are zone heavy.
What do you
I feel
think?
like a team that is man coverage heavy needs to trade
Reek
for him.
Woolen Commanders.
That wouldn't be bad too. I like the Lions a lot from a fit perspective, like just allowing them to play man-to-man coverage.
Yo, Amik Robertson, one of the most underrated corners in the league, or what?
He's solid. I like Amik.
I like his game. It seems like every time that
He moved me last weekend.
anytime he's thrusted into a position of need, I feel like he makes plays nonstop.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's been there since like the Raiders and stuff. I remember him against Green Bay. He made big plays. Hurt.
Why did it hurt you? You wasn't a fan of
You
the
didn't
time?
care then, bro.
It's my second
He
team.
was a Jordan Love fan at the time. Now he's a Green Bay fan.
When was this?
It was with Jordan Love. I think it was
Last year?
2023. No, it was rookie year.
So you're Green Bay even if Jordan Love leaves. He probably won't, but like you never know. Shit
Nah,
happens.
bro, I'm going somewhere else.
Oh really? So you're Jordan Love.
100%.
Okay.
All right. I mean, either
It
way.
depends. Somebody,
Which makes even less sense to go
This
to the
is
Packers.
terrible, bro.
if
He
somebody,
did a whole whoop-de-doo, and like now he's not even really a Green Bay fan.
if somebody hooks me in, maybe in a time while I'm watching them,
Hope y'all watching this Green
That's
Bay
gonna
fans.
be there
He
long
was-
term.
He was never loyal.
But like what? Like Green Bay is such a well-run organization. They'd probably figure it out, even if they.
yeah,
moved
so
off
I'll
Love.
probably always be a fan as long as they treat me with respect as a fan and they don't, spit in my face like the Jets. Then I'll continue to be a fan of them.
Okay. I mean, listen, if you've been a Packers fan for the last 20 years, it's been. I mean, you probably haven't won as many Super Bowls as you want, but damn, got two.
You've
know
been
what I mean?
there. You actually have more heartbreak when you're
Good.
good
Yeah,
and
you
you
have
lose
expectation.
heartbreaking fashion.
Yeah, of course,
right?
you have
Like I
expectation.
think, as crazy as it sounds, I think Packers fans have been through more
How
heartbreak
do you feel about
than
that,
Jets
Drew?
fans.
Because these two don't actually know what that is. So how do you
I
feel
do.
about
I'm a
that?
Celtics fan.
About the football, bro.
Oh.
In the last 15 years, I think the Packers have had more heartbreak than the Jets. Jets have sucked, but
No,
the
I feel
Packers
you.
have had a heartbreak. Like imagine being a Packers fan and watching the 2015 NFC Championship game where they recover an onside kick, the Seahawks, and end up winning that game.
But then wouldn't that be the same as you guys drafting a top quarterback and then he's shit and you're like heartbreak again?
I guess it sucks in a moment, but it's like, this is a chance to win.
Yeah.
I think like the biggest disappointment that people usually pin on Rodgers is not winning a second Super Bowl.
I'll be honest. Like when we lost in the finals to y'all, or we lost in 7 to the Heat, that was way worse than we lost like to the Nets in five games.
That's valid. That's
No,
valid.
JV.
I get what you mean.
Like when you lost the Super Bowl as an Eagles fan, like was that a worse feeling than your guys' worst season?
Losing the Super Bowl sucks.
Losing the Super Bowl sucks, but I feel like the worst season was like a week by week misery. The Super Bowl was just like we lost. It hurt in the moment, hurt that summer. But that year, we just fell off. It was like week after week after week of just pain and
This
misery.
may be the hottest take I've
It's gone
ever
crazy.
said in my life. I would trade LeBron's 2020 ring, his 2012 ring, for Peyton's 2013 ring.
Oh, the year he went 55 touchdowns?
I would do anything for that Super Bowl. I would give up Peyton's first ring and I would give up Peyton's last
You're
ring
talking about the best
just
season
for
ever.
him to have that 2013 chip.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the best run of all time.
I'd give up the Eagles 2024 for Steph's 2016 in a heartbeat.
Easy.
Like it's not even a thought.
like that.
Would you
Setting
give
the
up
record-
all three of Steph's rings
No,
for that one?
no.
It's the greatest team of all time.
The only thing I'd give up for Steph 3 rings is Derrick Rose knees.
So those 3 rings gone, Derrick Rose healthy.
Yes.
I agree. Would you get rid of all of his rings?
No. I think just
You need one.
I need at least
Definitely
one.
need one.
You only get to keep 2017.
Oh, I want to keep 2022.
Nope.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, no,
You
I can't do
only
it.
get to keep
2022. That's the one I want to keep.
Do the most stupid
Yeah.
stipulation
Fuck.
at you.
Yeah, no, then it's okay. But if it's all of them, I keep 2022. Yeah, give me D Rose knees. Pick them.
Got any more trades or pick them?
I have the pick'em in front of me. So this is NFL Pick'em Week 8.
Yeah.
Vikings at Chargers.
The fix was in, bro. This really pissed me off.
Well, it's 31-10. What's
Yeah,
the fix?
now.
Flag. I had the Vikings and they lost.
I had the Chargers. I knew they were going to bounce back with Joe Alt and Trey Pipkins back in the
No,
lineup.
this is dog shit.
There's
This should
never
be-
a doubt.
It should be a touchdown game, 24-17.
It's 31-10.
Can we do math?
It's 31-10.
If a pick 6 happens, 24-17, Vikings are trailing. They get a stop with 9 minutes left. They get the ball back with a chance to tie. But instead, Vegas makes a call. Goodell makes a call. And now we have a 31-10 game.
The Chargers have moved the ball on them all game. And
Yeah, the Vikings have not been able to ball for shit.
Not done nothing.
Nevertheless,
Let's just
momentum
do a
was
pick,
shifted on its
dumbass.
noggin because the Chargers went and scored on that same drive.
The one touchdown the Vikings have.
But they
is when
could have scored on the
turned ball over
drive.
on the
They
20.
could have scored on the drive after the pick 6.
You won't have Drew, you're fighting a losing battle here.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
the-
There was
getting
no pick
smoked.
6.
The Vikings have gone
It was
down.
No,
gone.
I'm saying
this
if
game,
they
brother.
had the pick 6, the Chargers would have got the ball right
Uh-huh.
after
The
that.
Chargers have been able
And
to
they
move
could've
the ball
scored.
at
Yeah.
will.
Who knows?
Like,
Who knows? Literally, who knows?
Well, the Vikings were better.
Bro, that was disgusting. Where in what world was that a drop?
It was the ball moved. It hit the ground. I thought he had control, but
that shit, I ain't gonna lie, last week, that shit saved us when TJ Hawkinson caught
Went
the
over.
ball in the
Yeah,
back.
bro.
Shit saved the fuck out
that
of
was
us.
more. I thought was valid than this one though.
It gets mad
I
wishy-washy.
took the Chargers though.
Dolphins at Falcons.
I'm going with the Falcons.
Falcons sweet.
Going with the Falcons.
I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. Jeff Ulbrich gave Tua a lot of props.
He
And,
did.
You know, he said that's still a lead quarterback. We got a game plan for him.
Ulbrich remembers what Tua used to do to them Jets.
And now it's different. Let's see if he don't throw 3 picks out there.
Honestly, I can't wait for Tua's next team.
His next team.
I can't
Who's
wait.
his next team gonna be?
I don't know.
I hope that you continue to believe in him. It sounds like you are, because you gave up on Daniel Jones last year.
Last year,
Yeah.
when he didn't play,
When he wasn't good, you were like, I'm done with Daniel Jones. He started the season out rough before the injury. You were like, I'm done
he
with
was
Daniel
bad.
Jones.
he was terrible. And then I said he was going to have his Ryan Tannehill comeback season.
Tua might be a backup next year.
I said this to my dad. I said, I hope that Tua,
That's Minnesota.
if
maybe.
they decide to move on, that he goes to a team, he sits, he
learns.
doesn't play. Then there's a team
Yeah.
that needs a quarterback,
Rams.
has an offensive line. He goes in.
Oh, okay.
He could maybe. I mean, Minnesota might be the team if JJ just can't stay healthy or is whack.
Shit, I just
Would you
think
trade
of
Bo Nix
JJ.
for Tua?
Well, come on.
Just ask
The
him.
Browns. I'm just trying to think of
Tua
teams
is
who
his
could need
guy.
a quarterback.
Denver's his
I don't
team.
know.
You know?
Yeah, he did say Tua is better than Bo Nix a couple weeks ago, or refused to answer the question.
I'm taking my guy.
Admission of
I'm
guilt.
taking my
I
guy.
respect that.
All right, I got the Falcons. Jets at Bengals. I think this
Bengals.
is gonna be this low key could be the Jets' first win of the year.
It
Bengals,
can,
keep it
but I'm
pushing.
still going to take the Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals
Yeah,
too.
I'm going with the Bengals as well. Bills at Panthers.
Taking
If
the
Bryce
Bills.
Young were playing, I would feel my heartstrings being pulled, but he's not. So give me the Bills.
I have Buffalo.
Got Buffalo.
It didn't matter, brother. It's the Buffalo Bills off the bye week. I
should
mean,
be
they
better.
cannot lose again
Yeah,
to a team like this. Panthers have been better, to be fair. 4-3, not a bad record.
Yeah.
49ers at Texans.
I was surprised to see the Texans being favored in this game. I got the Niners.
Is Mac playing still?
Who?
Mac Jones, yeah.
I think so. But Nico's in concussion protocol. It's probably unlikely he plays because he got it on Monday, so he has a 1 day less than normal to get right. The Texans, they can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball on offense. This is a really tough team to watch offensively. Stroud has not looked great defensively. We know they're going to show up, but give me the Niners.
Yeah, Woody Mark's season's dead.
He had
Give
a
me the
touchdown
Niners.
last week.
Be honest.
Better than Nick Chubb.
It's not saying much, brother.
It's not.
You thought Stroud was bad last week?
I don't think he was great.
Oh, he was solid.
Nah, I didn't think he was good, dude.
Think so?
His accuracy, albeit definitely rattled because his lack
Yeah.
of protection, it's not been great.
He had like 3 drop picks,
That's
but
fair.
I
I didn't think he
I
was
don't know.
bad.
I
I
just
just thought
thought-
they won the game.
just thought it was hard for him to do anything.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it was an ugly win for the Seahawks, but I felt like they were in control.
I am looking forward to CJ Stroud having a good situation again.
Shit,
When's it gonna
dude.
happen?
I don't know.
I'm hoping it's
I got Niners.
with the Texans, but I don't know. I got the Niners too. I thought about picking the Texans here because I think their defense has a chance to win the game, but that was if Nico played. The fact that Nico's not playing,
Probably
CJ's
not
throwing
playing.
out to nobody out there. You know, they don't
Jalen
have an
Noel.
offensive line. I just think that the Texans are in a dire situation. 49ers for me easily. Giants at Eagles. I think this is like a blowout, like revenge for what happened on Thursday
The
night.
Eagles are pissed off. They run up the score.
Yes, I got the Eagles easily, but AJ Brown might not play. I think
AJ, yeah, he hasn't practiced. We'll see Friday, but I got the Eagles winning either
that's
way.
a big Smitty game.
What did he
man.
tweet? They use me, but they don't use me.
What's he mean by that?
Come on, we know where I'm at with it. I don't gotta talk too much.
It's silly.
AJ Brown. Browns at Patriots. Elite defense against a red hot rookie,
Sneaky one.
second year quarterback, young quarterback.
There ain't nothing thinking about this, man. Patriots by 1,000.
Give me the Pats.
I got the
New
Patriots.
England.
Take the Browns.
Sure, okay, I'll take the Browns. That wasn't a hard decision.
Okay.
They beat the Packers.
Patriots are better
Are we sure about that?
than the Packers.
Yeah, like, are we absolutely positive about that?
Well, no,
No.
they're not better.
Oh,
than
okay.
them.
So,
I can say shit.
well, Dylan Gabriel is starting, so I genuinely don't know. You know,
Bears at Ravens. 4-2 Bears,
This one's
1-5
sneaky.
Ravens.
It's
Do you
sneaky.
trust
Is
Lamar
playing?
bouncing
so.
back and then the Ravens going on a run? Because if the Ravens lose here, their season's over.
Dehls said they
It's
went
over.
in non-straight.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar's been limited in practice the last couple of days. The fact that he hasn't been full yet and the fact that they're reporting that like he's still not running at full speed is a little worrisome. And the Bears, since the bye, have looked good. They're 4-2. They've been able to run the shit out of the football. We talked about it earlier, but Monangai and DeAndre Swift have looked fantastic running the ball. They're a team that can turn you over on defense.
But you have
That
to
being
take
said,
Baltimore.
if Lamar is playing, I'm taking the Ravens.
It feels like Chicago's the underdog in this game.
They're definitely the
low-key.
underdog.
Yeah.
They're actually heavy underdog. Splash Sports has them at 25% win
So I think they're
probability.
assuming Lamar is playing.
Well, no,
without a
yeah,
doubt.
Vegas expecting Lamar to play, I guess.
Give me Chicago.
Okay, I don't hate that. I don't. even if Lamar plays, like this
The
Bears
defense is
team
awful.
is going to be able to move the ball against the Ravens defense.
I need to get out of the mindset of continuing to view the Ravens as what we thought they would be in the preseason. This is one of the worst defenses in the NFL that just traded, albeit 0 sacks, their best pass rusher in Olway to the Chargers. Their defense is lifeless. They're getting Roquan Smith back, but really, they still have nobody up front. The Bears, since the bye week's entire offensive philosophy has been so much better. They've run the ball, and I don't trust the Ravens to get a stop, and the Bears defense has played well. Like up front, they aren't exceptional, but their linebackers are healthy. They're playing really well in the secondary. Dennis Allen is a really good defensive coach, and we've seen that the Ravens offense has been a little bit rattled this year with blitzes, and Dennis Allen loves to dial it up. I'm going to go with the Bears on the road here. I really love what they're building right now, and I think it really just is a matter of time when that light clicks with Caleb, and he's going to go on a flurry of weeks where he's just flashing one of the best arms in the league.
We're still waiting for Trevor Lawrence to do.
If Lamar plays, Ravens. If he doesn't, Bears.
Buccaneers at the Saints.
Bucks.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Going with the Bucks too.
This is Buccaneers for me as well. Cowboys at the Broncos.
This is the toughest
I'm
game of the
going
week
Dallas.
for me.
I don't hate it, Riv.
Yeah, Dallas a little upset game.
I don't hate it. Their offense has been nuts.
CeeDee Lamb versus PS2. Let's do it.
My only thing is, I think J.K. Dobbins. This could be R.J. Harvey's best game. Honestly, this could just be everybody's get right game.
Should be. This feels like the Bengals game, except Dallas can be able to score.
That's true. I think that's definitely fair. We were able to do whatever we wanted offensively against the Bengals too.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Broncos to win.
I'm taking the Broncos too. I think being at home is big. This feels like a game where I'm just trusting Denver's defense to make a stop, get a turnover of some kind, because we know they should be able to move the ball against Dallas. We've seen when the Broncos go up against inferior competition like the Bengals, inferior defense, I should say. The offense looks a lot better. With that being said, they've also gone on these tangents, these quarters, these halves, like against the Jets and Giants, where the offense gets ugly. With that being said, I think they make a statement this game.
The Giants have a really good defensive line. The Cowboys don't. I think that the decider of this game is going to be more so the Cowboys defense and the Cowboys offense. We know they can score the ball, but Denver's going to get stops here and there. And I do like the matchup with George Pickens versus Riley Moss. I think George Pickens should have
be a big Pickens game.
a big time game.
Riley Moss has been great this year.
He ain't fucking with Pickens, bro.
Who
He's
is?
not. Yeah, Pickens is like that.
He is?
He's a dog. He's top 10 in receiving yards now.
You know who else is top 10? Smitty.
Yeah, he is. Did you see the highlight tape of
Him versus
Pickens
Marshawn?
versus Lattimore?
It was elite.
Lattimore's
Yeah.
ass.
He
Pickens
was
got me hyped.
talking.
Yeah, Lattimore's done, bro.
Fucking lost.
Lattimore's done. But yeah, I got the
Saints
Broncos
fleeced.
here. I hope that they open up the playbook very early on for Knicks instead of like taking the training wheels off of the offense. You know, I felt like when they got shut out against the Giants, it left a bad taste in my mouth through 3 quarters. And I just don't know what version of Denver's offense is going to come out. But against a team like Dallas, I feel like they should play really well. Titans at the Colts. I'm going with the Colts.
The irony in this one. Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts.
I feel bad for Carson
He's
Wentz,
getting his
man.
ass
I
beat
feel so
down,
bad.
bro.
I don't know why he's still on the field.
He's a tough guy.
Makes you think, why is Minnesota forcing out an old man, Carson Wentz?
Yeah, bro.
Because JJ McCarthy sucks, probably.
Nah, bro. He's getting beat up right now. I feel bad. He's wincing.
He's
every
literally
play.
getting tortured.
I have the Colts.
Packers at Steelers.
Yo,
I'm taking the Steelers.
this one is funny. Let me tell you guys why it's funny.
Sure.
Why is it
Because Joel has been nonstop dick riding Aaron Rodgers on Instagram and nonstop dick riding his new team, Green Bay. This is beautiful because they're playing each other. Somebody has to fail.
He's going to take the Packers.
Well, I'm going with the Packers.
No, I want him
obviously.
to take the Packers, but I cannot wait until one of them plays like shit.
Well, no,
I'm excited
I have
for
to
that,
respect the franchise legend. And Aaron Rodgers has done great things for Green Bay. He's meant a lot to me.
For sure.
And I feel like Aaron Rodgers deserves nothing but respect. I mean, he said it during the media tour that he did, is that, you know, he came into the league as a Packer. He's going to retire as a Packer one day as well. He's the best player in Packers history. So
Who?
you know, I always respect Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers.
cares.
Oh my God.
That was fucked up.
Respect the top 5 player of all
Holy
time at the
shit.
quarterback
Boom.
position.
I got Pittsburgh, man. Upset.
Give me Pitt.
I love that you guys are sabotaging yourselves.
I'm taking the Packers too.
They're at home.
Just another week where I'm gonna be up more on the leaderboards. But Dehls, you're smart.
Taking the Packers.
You're taking this serious. Commanders at the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Terrible
No Jaden
Monday night
Daniels.
It sucks that Jaden's not playing.
Man, the Chiefs 4-3, about to go into 5-3. You know, it'd be a shame if the Broncos lose to the Cowboys and get to 5-3 as well. Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know,
Cowboys are a good team.
Chiefs are on their way, and now the Chargers are 5-3 too. The AFC West is shaping
I'm
out.
not gonna lie, the
to be
NFL
tough.
handed the Chargers a win.
You gotta stop.
I'm fuming. That really pissed me off.
This is the closest 31 to tank you've ever seen.
Ever in the history of that.
And that's going to do it for this episode of Pick Aside Podcast, episode 523. You guys can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Pick Aside Podcast and on Twitter at Pick Aside Pod. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and we'll see you guys next time.